Hello, everybody, and welcome to Empires of Arcadia. How are all you doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon, evening?
Good.
Also known as Thursday morning for Ziz.
Yep.
Cool. Well, since everyone's just doing fine and there's no need to chat at all, why don't we figure out where we left off in our game?
Yeah, why don't we?
Where are we?
We are currently on our way to Solvang, the Elven City.
Cool.
And
Excellent.
after that, we're going somewhere else that when I pull up my notes, I'll be able to tell you about someday.
Now, why did we all unanimously agree to Solvang?
Because you like arrows, and also because we're gonna check in with the elves, and we want to talk to them about the nymph and if that's progressing, and get more information from them.
So I think the arrows, we definitely all agreed were very important. Trump brought up a good point that they're probably not going to tell us anything about the nymph, right?
Why not talk to them?
We can. As long as they're not annoying or whatever. But
I mean, we'll just be like, hey, we've done some cool shit. And they'll be like, all right. And then it'll be a few elf and dwarf jokes later, and then we'll be on our way. And maybe they'll tell us something new, like we've put in a lot of effort. I mean, I want to discount that they're just fucking with us and didn't just give us like a amulet and then tell us to fuck off. You know what I mean?
Well, we have a detect magic spell. If we want to see if the amulet's magical, we could do that, right?
Rob did that.
Oh,
and he determined it was full of divination magic.
So
But that could just be them giving us the amulet and then putting divination magic on it, and then they just like throw it.
they would give us a random magical amulet that's just fucking with us, I guess. Well, but if they were fucking with us that much, if we go there now, why wouldn't they just continue to fuck with us?
We speak to them in the zone of truth. The first, the bridge to solving the elven place has a zone of truth on it. So if we meet the elves in there, they have to speak the truth, and we do too.
Might just affect us, though. We don't know if it affects them. They're also like super high wizards.
The magic does affect.
Look, let's be real. We're just going there for a shopping trip for arrows, and we're taking 2 weeks to do it.
Whatever we want to
Alright,
do,
let's go.
as long as I get my goddamn arrows, let's go.
The magic does work on everyone because Flint can cast it. So Flint understands the spell.
Cool. Well then, I do believe it's time for someone to roll us a d20, and we will keep moving.
I
Okay.
gotcha.
Oh,
So
Too fast.
There we go.
Get wrecked.
All right, move yourself. What are we doing? 1 hex these days? Or are you guys moving recklessly?
We're moving recklessly since we have the plate now anyway, so 2 days on the forest.
Perfect.
Wait.
So it'll be 2 hexes on a forest.
Wait a second, guys. Do we
Aren't
have
we
any...
getting ambushed if we do that?
Do you want to move 1 hex per day?
Wait,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say that. What I was going to say is, do we have anything to trade for arrows?
What? What was it? We agreed to go to Solvang because you want your arrows, you fancy elf.
I'm asking, do we have anything to trade for them?
So stories maybe of how you use the arrows?
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's go.
I don't think we actually have anything to trade now.
I have, I'm still holding a bunch of dragon scales. 16
The
pounds
elves
worth.
like stories.
So maybe that'll be okay.
We pay them an exposure.
Okay.
Cool. Next person, Ziz. Give us your d20 movement roll. Beautiful. Go ahead and move us 2 hexes if you're moving through the jungles. And if you're moving through the swamps, go ahead and just move yourself 1. And next person.
Wait, did you just... Okay, I guess
Zai
that's the same.
or Flintheart?
I can't. Fixing the audio.
Alright, I'll roll. It is rolling the dice. I'm moving 1 square to the top right, though. This one is moving at normal. Because we can move normal on swamp.
Okay.
For 1 space.
Just waiting for that die roll.
Yep, it says rolling the dice. I guess it's stuck on there. I'll refresh.
Come on,
No, it'll take its time. It's on the server side. So that's fine. Yep. See these? There's that fancy little atom symbol next to the dice roller. It's because people were bitching about Roll20 not being random enough because you know how D&D players get. The game is rigged against me. It's all cheating.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that. Except that.
So they've created this like different server to do some dice randomization, and that little symbol is supposed to let you know that the other server is like really randomizing your dice.
Mine was
But I
rigged.
think it has caused some lag now.
Wait, is there a symbol here when you can tell if the DM is rigging the game against you yet, or do they not have that on another?
No. When I push that button, it doesn't actually show anything. I got to toggle that feature on or off.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So today is the first day the party sets foot in a swamp. I don't think you guys have set foot in a swamp ever, right?
We have.
No, we have.
We
You
came
have?
here the other way before.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is your second time through this swamp then. And it is, well, it's hot and humid like everywhere else. But also, it's creepy and crawly, and you end up with like weird things in your boot, and there's like weird fungus growing all over the place. It is a bit of a nightmare zone. Can I get another D20? Whoever hasn't rolled yet.
Can someone roll for me, please? I'm sorry.
I'll take care of it. 16. All right. Moving on to the next hex in the gross ass swamp. So, while you're moving through this mucky, gucky, uncomfortable place, I want to take a quick check in with all of our players here. There's been some back and forth over this approach to movement. And I just want to hear, not like have a discussion amongst the players, but hear what is in people's individual heads about this. And I want to start with Zai, because I think you're the most opinionated on movement rates. What is your opinion about them?
Okay, so Zai cannot believe that he was outvoted 3-1 on taking a 2-week trip on land over a 4-day trip on the water. Or 5-day, 4 to 5. That's about all there is to it. I also think it's more dangerous on land because we're moving recklessly anyways.
So you think it's better to move recklessly through the swamp, or move normally through the swamp, than to move recklessly on land?
Yes, better to move normally on the sea than recklessly on land.
Okay. That seems more or less fine.
Plus,
Where's
you
your-
save a week.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you roll 7 less die.
I have a lot of opinions on this as well. I can tell Devin does too.
Well, let's hear them.
All right. Okay. So, from an out of game perspective, there has been zero indication of there being a downside so far of traveling slow, right? At least to the best of my knowledge, right? So, like out of game, like purely metagaming, like it is literally fucking insane to not go the safest route. There's not a single disadvantage whatsoever. In-game character perspective, this world is fucking insane. Like, for my character who's just joined the party, like, everyone in this party is just fucking dying. This world is fucking super cutthroat and brutal. So, like, I would want to, like, be as safe as possible.
You have no idea how happy that makes me to hear that you think this world is cutthroat and brutal. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Also agree with Zizaran, because here's my 2 points on this, okay? Point number 1 is there is no universe where we should sacrifice speed to get speed to get ambushed. Basically, moving faster just to get ambushed is a very dumb idea, especially when Koibu has fucking trolls that throw smaller trolls that shoot dogs that grapple with bees. Like, it's ridiculous, right? The second
Grappling bees? Holy shit, dude. That's a great idea.
Oh my fucking god. Second thing,
They could, like, grab you with all of their limbs and then just sting you over and over again?
that sounds awful, okay? So,
That
like,
sounds so great.
so
Grappling
we should
wasps.
always be moving in a way that at least puts us neutral with the squares, because otherwise if we get ambushed, like, I don't understand this moving recklessly thing, and the whole argument of like time has no relevance. We're not on a time scale. We might be at some point, we're not right now. It doesn't matter how far it takes for us to get places. You're not Benjamin Button. You're not losing life every single time that you're fucking, like, we're gonna live till we're 1 billion years old. Okay, the last thing is, you've played enough campaigns with Koibu Trump that you should understand the danger of water in his world. Water.
I'm just trying to get your individual thoughts. I'm not trying to start a discussion on the movement.
My opinion, my individual thought is that water in Koibu are fucking busted. It's like a cat taking a bath, okay? I'm going to drop out of the boat. I'm going to sink fucking 300 fucking miles, and then the Kraken's going to eat me on the way down, and I'm going to roll like some drowning dice or some shit that he made up. I don't want anything to do with water in this game, especially when I'm wearing plate mail. Hey, that's me.
Well, we're walking through a swamp right now. and you're in plate mail. And you notice that, like other swamps around you, this one tends to have some gators in it. You're walking along one of these narrow, dry paths, and you see there's like some other little islands of dryness with some gators on them. So my question to you all is, when you see like gators just chilling sort of near you, but not like actively attacking you, what do you do about it?
Stay extra perceptive and try to like look for things like hidden gators, like they could be hiding just to like bite my foot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ask
Okay.
his opinion on the movement?
No, we didn't get to him.
Wow.
We don't always get to everyone's opinion all the time.
Damn.
Well, my opinion on the movement, since you care so much, is obviously there's no reason not to move on ground. It's pretty simple. That we save time, but time is not a resource that we care about managing in this campaign. So why would you sacrifice like potential people to conserve a resource that is theoretically unlimited?
Because
make
isn't
any
the
sense.
resource that you care most about how much time you spend doing what things? Isn't
then
it
if
more
it's
fun to
limited-
have like 3 encounters that like might be tough than 12 encounters that you mostly run from? Isn't running from encounters not a fun part of the game?
That's not true though.
Aren't you
We don't
engaging with boring
mostly run from them.
So for me, I don't carry the way, but I would say for some people, it's arguably less fun to risk losing a character to an avoidable encounter than having fun with their encounters. That would be my assumption.
That's
yeah.
fair. I'm not trying to say there's a right or wrong way, but it's an interesting point. Cool. So you guys are avoiding the gators, and I would like you to make me a perception check while you avoid the gators. Everybody in the party, because these suckers are everywhere, and it's an active thing looking around. When they're low to the ground and hanging out in the duckweed, you can't even see their eyes. They don't even look normal.
Hold on, I've never made this thing before. Is Koibu a little loud for anybody else, or is it just me? Do I need to turn my stuff down?
No, I've been.
Sorry.
Volume is in a new spot, and I keep bumping it, and so the volume is going up and down.
Oh, okay. Normally you're too quiet. So, okay, just checking. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Is this fine?
Oh my god, wait, I rolled performance, sorry.
Quiet?
You said perception?
I did say perception.
Thank god. Okay.
All right. How does a 19 fare?
I got a 25.
He did get a 25. Look at that. That's fantastic. So, Idlewind, you guys are moving through these jungles, and like you said, you're keeping an eye out at your ankles. And yeah, you see resting beneath the surface, on the path that you're walking, right off the path in the water, right near where Flintheart is about to step. There's a pair of gator eyes looking out at the water. Doesn't mean it's going to attack you, but there they are on the side of the path.
Eldwin, Flintheart,
Yeah.
there's a gator right by your feet.
Oh.
Quiet! Stop making so much noise.
Oh. Takes a few steps back.
How far away? Are we talking 100 feet or 30 feet, or what's the distance right now?
12 feet?
12 feet. Okay. I would just like to ready an attack. I'll just have my arrows out if it moves.
There you go. It almost got me. Good eyes, Eldrin.
In terms of where we're positioned right now, can we look out on the water? Do we see any other gators? Is it possible that others could be hiding nearby? Are we just in the whole area? Just kind of swampy?
There's like a gator 50 feet off, just chilling on a bank, resting in the sun. There's another gator like 100 feet off, a couple islands over, next to some bushes, chilling in the sun. These things are everywhere.
What a strange creature that is. Hides in the land and then comes up and snaps you. Is it called a snapper? We don't have those under the hill.
Do you think we could just move by these things? Or do you think we need to kill them as we come across them?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine without killing them.
All right, well, step carefully. I step off to the side, I guess.
So you guys move to try to avoid the gators.
Why don't we all move in a line? And then and then everybody perceives, and then
Yeah, you guys can move in a line using the first person, the person with the highest AC, the dwarf in plate mail, as the lead to bait out any attacks.
I thought you were gonna say as the bait.
He did say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You can wander past the gators here and there, but you begin to realize the swamp is crawling with them. Maybe the other ones aren't, but this swamp seems to be heavy gator zone. So I would like Flintheart as the man in the front. You've already rolled your perception check. It's a natural one. It's what I expect from a dwarf outside in the swamp for the first time.
Can't see shit out here.
Can you give me an animal handling check
right.
for when your allies point out gators to you?
With advantage, because they're pointed out, or no?
No, this is more about like how well you respond to seeing gators present.
Baby.
15. Okay. We're going to roll that against Big Papa Gator over here. His insight. Oh, you win by 1. All right. You can keep Big Papa Gator and all the little gators at bay. At bay is the term. And avoid them. Your day is maybe slower progress than you would have expected, but that's only because there are more gators than you would have liked. Why don't we get another D20 for another person's day of movement?
How does hit die regenerate on each day? How does that work?
Every night you get 1 hit die back.
Okay, that's what I thought. Cool.
I think I rolled first last time, and all 4 have rolled now, so I'm rolling a 1d20.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Another day, another tile.
Is it 2 in the swamp or just 1?
Just 1 in the swamp.
Okay.
However, you've been moving through the swamp for a few days now. You guys don't carry rations because you can find food everywhere. And the swamp is no different. You've been able to pick out fish, pick out berries, pick out weird roots. But one of the weird things that you've eaten off the swampy floor was contaminated or not what you thought it was. So I would like everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, isn't this the first time we talked about food in this campaign? Are you pulling like a Fuel in Star Wars type thing right now?
Absolutely not. I've mentioned many times since episode 1 that you don't need rations because you can move through the forest and eat the plenty of food that is there.
True, you have said that.
Well, I think we all get +4, right, for being next to the dwarf.
Actually, yes, that's true.
Oh,
Everybody does get +4.
yes, because when you're having meals, you're within, 20 feet?
10, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
10 feet of the dwarf? You're probably within 10 feet of the dwarf when you're eating. Yeah. So everyone gets +4. So Zai rolls an 8. Corin gets a 15. Flintheart gets a 16. And Idlewind gets a 12.
Who knew my order protects against gas as well?
So it's on this next morning when you wake up after eating your dinner the night before that Zai and Eldwin, you guys feel pretty freaking gross. You're slow to get up. You're slow to move. You have taken 1 level of exhaustion from food poisoning.
Oh.
And I think I've added exhaustion trackers to your sheets already. So take a look for them.
Would that be considered a disease?
Food poisoning?
Yep. Poison or
Yes, that is a disease. I guess. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. And since they've taken a level of exhaustion, curing the disease doesn't fix the exhaustion. What's your take on
Right.
that?
The exhaustion will recover after they've had like a rest.
Wait, did we all get dinged on exhaustion there, or just low rolls?
Just Zion Eldwin. Yeah.
Okay. I don't see exhaustion anywhere on our sheets, by the way, unless I'm missing
I
it.
will double check your sheet.
Okay.
It's well camouflage. It's under the hit dice and death saves. It's above the name of attacks.
Gotcha.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So are you going? Do you have a way to cure these diseases? You say?
I do. I
Are you going to?
it depends on the party talking to me, or like complaining
Well,
about.
you can see that they're getting up and they feel bad. They're like sweating in the morning. And normally the mornings here are quite cool. There's like a mist that settles over the whole jungle throughout the morning up until about noon when it begins to burn off. And then usually there's rains in the late afternoon and evening. Here in the swamp, the mist burns off quite a bit faster. but already in the early morning they're sweating and feeling slow. They feel hungover.
I don't feel so good. It must have been something I ate.
Oh, these old bones are finally catching up to me.
Oh, what the hell is he?
I feel like shit.
Must have been those strange plants we ate yesterday night.
Aye. We could see what the good Lord has to say about that. And I will. Can I go over and do like an inspection of? I'll start with Zai, I guess. Like I'll do like a.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Yeah.
What do we roll here? 13? Yeah, he's definitely just got some like basic food poisoning. It's like a DC 13 con save. He'll have to make the con save every so often. If in this case, it'll be every 12 hours.
And it just like, would I have any insight into how this gets fixed if I don't cure it?
If he makes a con save, so every time he fails a con save, the exhaustion will get worse. And then if he passes the con save, the exhaustion will get better. So he'll be able to like overcome it himself if he just passes a couple of saves.
Okay.
Else he'll get worse. Now, you dwarves underground don't deal with disease quite as much, so I'm not going to give you the exact mechanics of it, but these are the broad mechanics.
From the way you described it, most people with food poisoning would die.
Wait, why is that?
Because each time you fill the check, it goes up a level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Well, I haven't revealed all the mechanics behind this. It should be reasonable, is my thinking. It's not like food poisoning, you die for most people. Although if it's bad enough and you do poorly enough, it could kill you. Which is,
I could fix you right up with the good word. Or you could try to tough it out. It's up to you. Part of the resources and all.
Oh, does he use spell slots?
Is this a resource that recovers after we rest?
Takes a long time for me to talk to the sailor. Maybe a week or more.
Well, I think I can brave it out. It's not too bad yet.
And what about you, Eldwin?
Yeah, I'm okay as well.
If it gets worse, you let me know. I'll fix it right up in a jiffy.
As long as I can stop shitting.
And dead.
All right. You guys continue moving through the swamp on this day. Can I get a saving throw from the two people affected again? And you have that +4 bonus for being near the dwarf.
And I'm making sure to stay by them so that they, keep an eye on them. Make sure they're well.
So Zai, you will recover. Totally fine.
Thanks, Dwarf.
Eldwin, it's getting worse for you. You are now 2 levels of exhaustion. Your speed is cut in half, and you have disadvantage on ability checks.
So, you're looking better, Monk. But this druid here, he's not looking too well. Perhaps we fix him up.
Yeah, this is about the evening time when you're settling down to go to sleep that this is kicking in.
Yeah, I think you better do something about this. I don't want to die out here.
Flint clasps his hands together, puts a hand on Eldwin's forehead, and uses 5 HP from the Lay on Hands pool to cure poison and disease.
Ooh. That will absolutely work. I think food poisoning counts as both a poison and a disease in this situation.
Good shit.
All right. So you drain your 5. The disease is recovered. You guys can have your nice night of sleep. And someone roll me a d20 for the next day's travel.
I'll do it since my audio's relatively fixed now. Roll 1d20.
Oh, move us southeast towards that dwarf thing entrance.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Today is your last night in the swamp. You can see the mountains off in the distance. The mountains to your right now, if you're from your perspective, tower high above you. The peaks of these mountains aren't even covered in jungle. At the very top, they say there's snow, but there's a cloud cover that ranges well above you, but below the peaks of the mountains, making it hard to see what they are. This night you are met with a bit of a rainstorm as you huddle and try and take rest.
What are the what is the
Yeah.
dwarven area here? That
This right here?
Yeah.
Let me give you its name. That is Overlook. No, it's not Overlook Keep. That is Shelby's Trading Post right here. Yep.
So as we huddle down for camp, I mentioned, I figure we should stop by Shelby's trading post because I believe after we go to Solvang, we were planning to go to Ember's Keep, right? And in order to travel there, we'll want to go through Mount Sky Shroud. So we need to know where the Dwarven tunnel there is.
Shelby's, always good to meet a fellow dwarf.
But now that I think about it, you probably know where Mount Sky Shroud's tunnel is, don't you?
he might. That would just depend on like.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you have heard the stories. You can Gandalf this entrance. Like, you know relatively the right place to be there, but you've never actually been there. Or it's been so long that you don't actually remember.
I would say Flint would have no specific advantage as a royal guard to knowing this information. So it's just like what general dwarves know.
Right.
Then we should stop by for directions.
Might help to talk to someone. I have some idea, but haven't been there. So
Yeah, you know the dwarves of Sky Shroud Mountain are, of the 3 different dwarven clans around here, they're the ones that are a little bit more standoffish. They're the ones that are a little bit more like, get off my mountain before I come and hit you in the face with my hammer. You know, they're a little bit more of the country bumpkin redneck dwarves.
unsophisticated.
Yeah.
Hasn't the party done something for them?
The Sky Shroud ones?
Oh no, okay. It has in Grubb's notes. It has them listed as rebels. The Thane Boostiel described them as rebels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably how you feel about them, actually, more than just being like
Definitely.
hillbillies as rebel.
Rebel scum.
Out of all the dwarves on the island, these are the ones I like the least. Prone to unsophisticated, a little bit rough around the edges, if I say so myself. But maybe we can talk to them.
Yeah, we will see if it will be worth traversing their tunnels then.
They won't shoot on sight, that's for sure.
Okay. Next day of movement, next D20.
Sure, I'll roll. Are we game for stopping by Shelby's?
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing the 2 move to Shelby's.
All right. You double move your way to Shelby's. You will arrive late in the afternoon. Hiking up the hill is tough going. Luckily, none of you guys are sick anymore. The storm seems to have blown itself out. And you approach Shelby's trading post. Flintheart, you know exactly where the entrance is. You have been here many a time. You are a multi-hundred-year-old dwarf. So you can walk right up to where the secret entrance is. Because there's like the main entrance, and then there's like the side secret entrance, or where you can like do a little bit of a knock. And you can give a bit of a knock, wait a few minutes, and a rock kind of like pulls inward. I guess for you guys, it would be this way. And there's a pair of eyes.
How's your beard hanging?
A little to the left. How's yours?
Straight into the center, my friend. Well met.
Well, Matt. What the fuck are you doing out there, brother?
I don't know myself. After some fucking hammer, don't you know that the dwarves managed to lose a couple 100 years ago? Met these rascals in the whole period of it.
These are the fuckers that are going after the hammer, then.
That's they. I figured they needed some good dwarven spirit with them to make sure the job gets done right.
I mean, it's really a job for dwarves, but fucking swamps? Blimey.
Who could be bothered? I've just been walking through them for the last few days.
Oh, God. Well, you best get inside. Get some warm grub in you.
Aye, lad. Maybe some ale.
They will open up the secret door and let the party shuffle in. It's like a low door, so you guys are those humans in the party will have to duck or squat and waddle in. You'll have to waddle through the low passage. It's a little uncomfortable, but then you come to the nice comfortable inside of the dwarven dwarven tunnels. They will provide you with food, shelter, water. They'll swap stories with you, and most importantly, they'll listen to what you have to say and answer any questions. So, Flintheart, what do you got for them?
Or, Zai, do you want to help with this one?
Sure.
I'll join in too.
During the dinner, I'll say, so we're heading down to Ember's Keep. Do you know where the dwarves in Mount Skyshroud can be found?
Yeah, under their own egos. The weight of it's crushing.
That's a good one. Unfortunately, we will have to bear through their incessant jabbering because their tunnels are still probably better than the swamps.
Why, I mean, the tunnels are probably the worst tunnels I've ever seen, but yeah, they're probably better than the swamps. I'll give you that one.
I'm trying to teach them all the dwarven way. Why bother going over land when you can go under it?
Aye. It's a hell out there. It's wet and it's hot.
Sticky, big bugs.
There's
Giant
bugs.
monkeys.
Yeah, and dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Have you ever seen a blooming dinosaur?
Ha!
I know, right? And I've tried to convince this dwarf that the water is the way to go, but he's still...
Whoa! Hold on there, laddie. Didn't we just say the swamps were terrible? They're awful. How could you ever want to go through them?
Oh, of course, not the swamps. Goodness, no. I mean on a boat.
He was. It's even worse.
On a boat?
On the ocean.
Like out in the ocean? Oh,
Right by the shore. Right by the shore.
Yeah, and how deep's the water by the shore? Huh? 10 feet? You know how many dwarves that is? That's 3 dwarves tall.
3 dwarves.
Sigh.
Maybe when we get to Solvang, maybe the elves will be a bit more sympathetic to your ocean-faring ways, Zai.
Oh, I'm sure. They got their whole little fleet that they just keep in the harbor, waiting for nothing. Just maintaining it, because that's how the old ways go, huh?
Elves and sympathy go right on together. Bunch of puffins, if you ask me.
Well,
Anywho, it's
Do you
been a
know
couple
any?
months and years.
Well, now that you mention that, do you know anything about the if they're going for the old ways? What did they used to do with those boats in the old days?
in the olden days, they used to sail all around, head out to Arcadia, head out to Solemn, you know, the other Arcadia, the mainland Arcadia, Arcadia West.
Wait,
You know
like the main continent?
what? You know, the big. I don't know if you know about this, lad, but you're just a small person on a small continent in a world that's much bigger. There's a whole other world out there. You just can't get to it. It's too dangerous. It's too fucking dangerous, man.
And who would want to? You have a whole
We got all the mountains we need right here.
All the mountains you need.
Oh,
Yeah.
are we
You know
the
how much-
people from Yaka? Do we know about the outside world? I thought we were just trapped on an island, or did we assume the dwarves
Yeah, I mean,
might
you're
have?
trapped on an island.
But we know
But
this
this
one.
might be the
Conceivably, there
first-
are other islands, but you don't really talk about them. You've lost that bit of history.
This might be the first that they've heard of it, right? Like of an actual other continent.
I'm just making sure
It's
I didn't
probably
like
like the
miss anything. Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably like the first long discussion you've had on the topic.
gotcha.
People might have mentioned that once upon a time we came from overseas, but that's like, you know, once upon a time we came from the Garden of Eden.
Is there a fucking werewolf in your house?
There is.
That's scary.
Okay, you know how in some countries at like a certain time they all like applaud out the windows for healthcare workers?
Oh, okay.
That's not what we do in Colorado. In Boulder, Colorado at 8 p.m., people just howl out their windows for no reason.
Oh, I
It's
thought
not
you were
for the
gonna say it was
healthcare
for like the
workers.
workers like refilling the dispensaries or something. Sounds like a Colorado thing, but okay.
Is it? I thought it was just for funsies. Apparently it's for the healthcare workers, but it's every fucking night.
Koibu hates healthcare workers. How many nights should we applaud them, Koibu? Only 2, 3?
I just send them bottles of wine because I know that drinking is more useful for them than applause.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, that's if you hear a werewolf, it's the one I keep in my house.
sure. Shores of Arcadia. What is all this nonsense? How are you so sure that there's this other massive land or massive island out there?
Well, I know for sure that's where I came from.
You were just
That's
a
where I started
gerbil
out.
not a few weeks ago. How are you so sure of anything?
Well, because I didn't used to be on a fucking island, that's why.
We're not even sure if you came from this dimension. Let alone if you came from anywhere. I'm still not entirely sure I even believe your story.
He got here. You know how he got here? He hitched a ride with Richard Greer. No? No one? It's an old dwarven story. It's fine.
Huh. Have you seen any of this outside world, Dwarf? You seem to know so much about it. And our friend Zai here seems to be very interested in getting there someday.
We talk
That's
about
right.
the olden ways, but you know how many generations back that is? That's got to be my great grandfather or something like that.
Used to be that there was other things before the coming of the Kraken.
Before the storms came and the mountains rose and the Kraken wrecked everything up. Yeah, there was a trade with other places. The old Elven Harbor. You'll see it there. And hell, if you're headed down to, what's it called, Embershore, you just keep going down to Shelter Bay, you'll see evidence of the old ways of life. The old stone towns left in ruins, ships still sunk in the ports. There's a big world out there, laddie, and it's all gone to shit.
Do you think those ships down there have been sifted through already?
The ones in Shelter Bay?
Yes.
Oh, it's been a millennia and a half. I'm sure they've been gone through by now. Probably the people of Ember's Keep have taken them all. The only ruins that are left still to get at would be Necrot. Or what you call that other place? The Acropolis. Yeah. Oh, I guess maybe Portheus. All the blooming places that are too fucking hard to get to because they're underwater or on top of a mountain. That's where I'd go if I was looking for ancient treasures. Then again, you'd probably die, so I wouldn't go there at all.
Hey, that reminds me of one. What's the difference between an elf and a chicken?
Nothing.
Feathers.
Aye. Anyway.
You wouldn't have to know about how many miles Arcadia is away from us, would you?
The other one, the western one.
Yeah.
The northwestern one.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, they say it would take between 5 and 12 days by boat, depending on the weather. I ain't know how many miles that is, but that's how many boat days it is.
Ah, excellent. I'll do a quick calculation. Do I know about how many miles a boat could travel in a day?
Of course not. You've never been on a boat.
We have been.
How many boats have you been on?
Like a seafaring
Okay,
boat?
you've been on like a canoe.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, canoe ain't no boat. So that's like asking, what's the distance to the moon? Don't worry, I've driven in a car. I can figure out how long it would take me to get there.
Well, according to Elon Musk, that's how
Okay, this boat definition goes, it would be a faster canoe then, I would assume, yeah?
Yeah. One of them big ones with sails. Do you know what a sail? It catches the wind and it makes you move so you don't have to row. Although you definitely want the rowers because if the wind goes, then you need to keep going. So ideally you want the rowers and the sails and you move together. Or if you're cheap, you just take the sails. Because rowers are expensive and slaves don't make for good rowers. They need to work in tandem. You just get a couple of slaves faffing about, your whole ship is just going in circles.
Right. Those elves don't seem like they would be very good at rowing boats. Did they used to carry slaves to do that?
Nah. As I hear it, they use wind power only. But then, if the winds aren't blowing their way, they use their fey magics to make the winds appear out of nowhere. And so that way they've always got the wind at their back.
Of course. Always the simple option for the edit.
Yeah. Bastards. Living long, taking all the good shit.
Bunch of pansies, you ask me.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Thank
well,
you for
I think
those tales. Now, could you point us in the direction of that dwarven camp in Sky Shroud, and we'll be on our way in the morning.
Right. All right, so you pull out your map that you've gotten from Riki, and it's been a while, and you guys just went through a swamp. So I'd like you to make me a saving throw for the map. I'm going to tell you what the roll is in just a moment. and we'll see if the map has degraded to the point of uselessness by now or not.
Oh no. That's it.
It'd be somewhere in the middle, wouldn't it be?
I mean, but so mechanically, I can give you the whole map, or I can give you the vision of where you are, but I can't, like, I guess I could hide sections of the map from you. Hey, yeah, we could do it sectionally. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is roll me a d20. You want, ideally, a 16 or greater, but a 12 or better will be partial success.
All right. Here we go.
No, you pull the map out, and it's just like, it's breaking apart. It's fallen to pieces. It's bad.
Did you have a backup map?
No.
No.
Yeah, you did. You rolled a back. You had a backup map. I remember. You drew it in the orc cave.
In the orc cave.
Yeah, the one where we got the orcs. And there was a map, and you drew the map, and you had another map. You did it.
No, I remember in the orc cave we marked the orc encampments on the map.
But you made another map to do it.
No, we put it on the map.
So
we just drew the orc encampments on that map.
So we're fucked.
Well, we don't have a map.
You have a slightly worse map, I think. Look, I rolled it out in a panic. Wait, I can still make out some things. It's still good. It's still good.
Wait, so our entire screen's just going to be black? Where the fuck did we...
No. We're going to go back to the way that we were doing it before you got the map from Riki.
Which is what?
We're finding out.
Yeah. I'm going to...
Oh my god in heaven. This is terrible. Can we go back to Reiki and get the foot doctor?
Well, Reiki is all the way, or Riki or whatever. Riki is at the
Riki,
bottom
yeah.
left. Yeah.
We're going to be wandering around.
Vision. There we go. That's the right amount of vision for you.
Oh god.
Yeah, you should be able to see just the tile that you're on and what the nearby tiles are going to be.
You're saying it is so ruined we can't even get any hints in the middle.
Yeah, I'm saying that you were walking through a swamp, and this is a paper map, and it rains every evening, and it's misty every day, and you've been pulling out the map, and this time through the swamp, some water must have, like, slipped into the map case without anybody realizing it, and by the time you pull out the map, it's just this, like, soggy piece of crap that, like, is disintegrating in your hands.
To be fair... Oh, fuck. Okay, I guess we'll know for next time, but, like, there's no reason that we would actually be pulling out the map every, like, day to know where we're going. We would probably look at it.
Yeah, you'd look at it when you need it, and mostly you don't really need it, but every now and then you pull it out. So you pull it out to talk to these dwarves, and it's been, like, soaking in your map case all wet for probably a couple days now. We've made a big point about how paper is not a viable tool here because it degrades too quickly, and we are seeing the effects of that, unfortunately and unpleasantly.
To a stone.
I turned to the paladin. Hey, can you fix this with your divine magic?
What? Fix what now?
Don't you have some sort of spell for this?
Let me think.
Or you drew it?
I don't.
Oh.
Is there no nearby dwarven tunnel that we can take to go from point A to point B? Do we really need a map?
Yeah, there's a tunnel here, of course. This connects to the rest of the North Range.
Koibu.
What?
If I cast Lesser Restoration on the map, I think it would qualify as restoring it because it says you can end a condition afflicting it. And if the condition is...
oh, yeah. You just cast Lesser Restoration on a dead person and you end the dead condition afflicting them. That's fine.
Fucking awesome. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet. I do get Revivify at level 3, and I'm interested to see how you handle that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I know how much of a...
Lesser Restoration gets rid of blind, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned. I think the map is none of these things.
The map is blind.
The map is not blind. The map is dead.
The map is dead.
Wait, would you
The
say
map
that the
is
map
dead.
died because it failed its saving throw?
I would say the map died because it was soaking in water.
'Cause
And
it
yes,
failed
because
its-
it failed its saving throw. But
Okay, well,
the
we all
map
heard
does
him
not
say-
get a bonus to saves.
Okay, never mind.
You really wouldn't think that lesser restoration? It's literally called restoration. What about
You touch a creature and end one disease or
yeah.
condition affecting it. The conditions can be blinded, deaf, and paralyzed, poisoned. I don't know where in that you're getting your.
Wait,
map
was I
can
the
be
only
made
one having
whole.
long conversations with the map? His name was Charlie. He was telling me all about his life. It's like, it's map babies.
are there
What you would
spells?
really rather use is the mending spell, which is a cantrip, which maybe could do it, but that requires a single break or tear in an object, which this is not. Maybe if you had mending and you could walk around and mend the paper every single morning, you could keep it in good condition, but we are far from that.
Koibu's
I'll-
clearly
but-
never watched the How a Bill Becomes
All
a Law.
right. Would
cartoon.
you be willing to buy the argument that Zai is clearly really interested in this island and the world in general?
I think
So-
that's a true statement. Yeah, totally.
Knowing that paper was going to disintegrate someday, I would have been. I mean, obviously, way more than me, the character would memorize the points. I would try to get the big picture of the island.
Yeah. And what about it?
Would you really be willing to humor, like, okay, I know that there's a mountain there?
Yeah, but you've been looking at the map for a long time now, which is a far, far better perspective than the person walking actually through the jungles. So you should know what's up. And if you really want to cheat and break the game, there are pictures of this map on the internet that you can go find.
That
and
sounds like
cheat.
super cheap.
I know, but I'm not going to cheat.
That's not
Oh,
what
yeah.
That's not how we roll.
Let's just
Tucker.
go. We're fine. We'll make it through the jungle. We kill everything
Yeah.
out here anyway. Let's go. Let's
This
do
is
it.
how the jungle was meant to be played through, is
True.
without a map.
Won't
But
the
you guys
elves
sort of lawyered yourself into a map to begin with.
Won't the elves have a map too?
Yeah, maybe. Let's go talk to the elves.
Let's
As much
do it.
fun as I'm
Or
having
we
here
are
hanging
back.
out
Or
with
maybe they can
dwarves,
fix it.
I think we need to go to sleep, but we need to get out of here. We need to set foot to Solvang. Then from there, we can find a dwarven tunnel. We can head south.
Did they tell us where the tunnel is?
Yeah, so you wanted to go through this tunnel, and you want to go immediately to Mount Skyshroud? You want to skip Solvang?
We're going to Solvang, but we want to know where
Oh.
the tunnel is.
All right, so you want to go to Mount Skyshroud. You want to find, clearly your map ain't worthwhile, but there's a bamboo forest around the western side of Mount Skyshroud. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the bit of the mountain that reaches out into the bamboo. You know, that's the part of the mountain you want to get to, and you want to find yourself on the south side of that curve. You know, under the dong of the mountain, and you got to look for the rock that looks sorta just a little bit like a dragon if you squint your eyes and cock your head slightly.
What the fuck?
You'll find it. If not, you just walk around and bang some pots and pans together. Dwarves will hear you and poke their heads out wondering what the fuck is going on. And I mean, so will the monsters, but that's why you got you with them.
All right, thank you. And then in the morning, we'll head off to Solvang.
Excellent. Somebody give me movement rolls for the day.
Uh-oh.
Wait, so was the campaign intended to be played without a map?
Yeah, that's how it was for a long time until you guys lawyered yourself into a map, which I begrudgingly and uncomfortably gave you. And now we're back to how it's supposed to be.
This is how we're supposed to do anything.
Because every
moving.
time you go to Yaka, you can see the whole map because there's a map engraved into the ground in Yaka. And then you can kind of figure out what you do. And if you're walking around like this, you'll figure out how to do it. You'll figure out like, oh, there's a mountain range here. I want to travel between these ranges. It's totally designed to be traversed like this. It's basically a series of valleys.
Dude,
And as long as you know what valley you're in.
EverQuest 1 on us, dude.
When we're not supposed to have unlocked locations visible on the map.
No, you'll see their faces, the names as you get to them again.
Okay.
I've removed the vision from the map, from the places.
All right.
Except for Yaka, because you're all familiar. Well, some of you are familiar enough with the surrounding area to know when you're getting close.
I'll pretend it's not there.
Yeah,
Couldn't
whatever.
you give us at the very least that we vaguely know where the locations are, so that's enough?
Totally.
Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you vaguely know where the
We
locations
do. We
are,
know
right?
Solvang
All
is
right,
northeast.
fine.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Move us.
exactly. So, Eldwin, move us 2 hexes, please.
We're going northeast, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, there's the river.
Yep.
See?
That's either east or west of here.
Yeah, you guys can do this. It ain't hard.
But not north?
Or north.
No, it's east of here.
I'm kidding.
I thought you followed the river to get there, but because it's on the river, right? It's like it's like a gateway between the.
No, it's on the other side of the river. No, that's a troll. That's a troll.
Yeah.
All right. It is on this day. You've moved 2 hexes, so you are moving recklessly, which is perfect. Nice and wonderful. I will need a perception check from party members. And Zai, will you roll me a d6 plus 2?
I have 22.
D6 plus 2.
Thank you.
7.
The number of chorus that come out.
Yes and no, actually. That's a very astute observation.
I quit.
What you see is you come around this, or you come over this little bit of a cliff, a little bit of a ridge. You see there is a pride of displacer beasts that are munching on a corpse here. And can I get a stealth check from everybody in the party? It'll be at disadvantage because you're moving quickly.
Disadvantage for me because
It's always disadvantage for you. Holy shit, Flintheart.
We dwarves are very quiet when we need to be.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Zai hasn't been. He's been getting a sneezing fit. Must have been some pollen in the air, something like that. So he's been sneezing, and that's when the party looks over a ridge and sees a collection of displacer beasts. That one of them has like turned its head upwards to figure out what the hell is this shit getting closer. And as you step over this ledge, or get to this ledge to look out at these displacer beasts who are currently munching away on the remains of a gorilla, they turn to look at you and roll their hit dice. And when we come back from break, we'll see what happens when the 7 displacer beasts encounter the party.
Damn. We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empires of Arcadia. We've got some combat. Who was the last person to roll something? Flintheart is the last die roll, so we'll go one above you, which is Corin.
Hi.
Initiative.
Easy.
Wow.
Ooh. Yep, I guess you will beat them. They will have 20.18. All right, party barely goes first.
Calculate some.
All right, I got this. I will conjure animals.
Hell yeah.
You're going to conjure them animals. All right, what animals are you conjuring?
That's
4 half. So 4 like half level.
Okay. What is... Looking for a CR 1/2 creature. So few are CR 1/2. Leech beetles? Yeah, 4 leech beetles. And you want to show me where you conjure them?
In the middle, where that bugged up
Where the
monkey
dead
thing is.
gorilla is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, and we will roll their initiative. They will go after the displacer beasts.
And then I will shape change.
All right, what do you become?
I want to be a snake.
You can be a snake. Okay, here it is. Giant snake time. You twist and turn and shape change yourself into a giant snake, which I believe is about this big.
What do I roll?
You will be rolling 8d12 plus 8.
All right, and then for my movement, I can move. I'm pretty sure I can move here.
You can move up to 30 feet. So yeah, you can slither down and over here. Just gonna hide your other character off screen a little bit.
Let's see. I will. Can I move? You've ruled before that we can move through the snake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to move here. Wham. And I'll be like, "Oi! Hello there!" And then Flint snaps his fingers, makes a little wishy-washy motion. Bonus action, Shield of Faith. And then draws the sword, ignites, and strikes at the bottom guy here. I just moved a little bit to make it more clear. Right in front of me.
Right. Uh, 16 is actually an 8 because, as we remember, displaced beasts are never where they actually appear. Until you hit them for the first time, you have disadvantage on the attack. Once you hit them, that is disabled until the start of their next turn. So the first attack roll is a miss. But
Flanking
the
good though?
second one is a
That's
hit.
16 then, if flanking gets advantage.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the flanking. Yes, that's a hit. Well done. They will both hit. Roll me damage on this guy. Ooh, that is 19 and 13 is 32.
What do I need to roll to crit on melee?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the one in front of me. That's should be not that one, but the one to the left.
Do we see the HP? Yeah, okay.
If I have to be here for advantage, I'll stand there instead.
Yeah, you'll need to be here.
Okay.
Fuck. Actually, you'll need to be here for advantage. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. 23 will hit. You strike the kitty cat.
Alright. Pow. And also here's an... Actually, I'll see how much damage that does on it. Okay. I will toss a stunning strike on it.
It makes a con save. 12. I don't think that's enough.
Great.
It will be stunned.
I call out, finish this one off, Corn. And then I move off to this one and I attack this with a quarterstaff.
Perfect. 22 will hit for 9 points of damage.
And I stunning strike this one.
You try and batter that kitty's snout in to keep it stunned and reeling. And this one is not affected.
Okay, and finally I throw in my unarmed strike. It's 25. Or no, that's 13.
No, it will be a 25 because he is no longer
I hit him,
phased. Yeah,
Right.
so you do have advantage. It will hit in damage.
There's another stunning strike.
And he'll pass again.
Okay.
And those stunning strikes deplete your key points, yeah?
Yes, I'm down to 4 of them.
Lovely. Any other players? Corin.
Guy on the left here. I'll be taking 2 shots at advantage.
Ooh. Roll me another d20 just to see if you get a
Yeah, sorry. The first
There we go.
first die we can take it.
First
15.
one.
Okay, so
2 hits, 1 crit.
1 and 2.
28 damage.
I'm also going to add 2d8 to that.
The crit.
Roll 2d8. I'm sorry, because I want to use 2 superiority dice there.
Okay, then you should roll me a third d8 as well. because the crit one will have the superiority dice doubled. Thank you. That is a lot of damage on the Displacer Beast.
Okay, I would like to use my action surge. I'm going to take 2 more shots.
Okay.
I'll roll Elven accuracy on these. So 25 and a 24.
Those will both hit.
And I'm going to do damage again. That's 1.
Oh, God.
And that's 2, 26.
That will bring the first kitty cat down.
Okay.
Okay. Displacer Beast's turn. They howl at the interruption of their meal. These two in the back will pounce forward on these bugs. This guy on the bottom will do first one to the left bug, which will hit it for 14, almost slaying the bug. And a second attack against it is got advantage, will hit and kill the first of the bugs. The other cat down below will make an attack on the one on its front left. 16 will hit. Actually, I guess that's a 19 will hit for 8. And the second attack will hit it as well for 14, which will slay it. So 2 bugs down. This Displacer Beast will prowl to this side, and they will have the dwarf flanked. They start with advantage on their attack rolls anyway because of their displacement, so I guess flanking doesn't really matter. They will both make 2 attacks at the dwarf, so here we go. At advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1 hit.
1 hit. It crits, but it hits you. You will take 16 damage?
That looks right.
Those are bad rolls, my friend. Those are mediocre rolls.
And a con save for Shield of Faith.
For the Shield of Faith, which stands strong. All right, so minus 16, Shield of Faith. This guy will take out the bugs. 1, 2. Hit. For the first one is actually going to kill the first bug outright. So his second attack will be against the next bug, because I said he was going for bugs, so he must, I don't know. This guy will move over here. This one will move here. The second attack will do 16. That'll actually kill that bug as well. They were very efficient with their bug slaying this round, as cats ought to be, or tend to be. This one right here that avoided all those shocking grasps will turn its face toward and face Zai, and it will get ready to rip you to death, Zai, with 2 attacks at advantage, 19 and 23.
Yep.
All right, 12 and 6 is 18 damage to you. And then these guys will take their move actions. This one will go to here. This one already moved a little bit, so it'll just go to here. And then it becomes the beetles are all dead, the player's turn. It's not looking great for you guys, but not looking bad. You already
looking
killed one, and 3 of them lost their attacks last round.
What do you got for me down there, Zai? Stun one.
I kind of want to attack at advantage. Wait, actually, the one below me doesn't have the displacer field, right?
They all do, because it's at the start of their turn. The field kicks back on.
Okay. Shit. And there's he doesn't want to move.
Yeah, okay, I'll get started then. I'll hit the one to the top left. Or try to. That's a 10.
Oh, okay.
Miss.
10 will not do it.
Okay, I'm activating this feat of mine. It's mobile. So,
Excellent.
because I made an attack on it, I don't provoke from that creature. So I'm going to move along to where these beetles were, and then strike the one in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, right here, I guess.
Excellent. You have advantage, and the disadvantage cancel. Regular attack is a crit. You bring your quarterstaff over the back of its neck, cracking it for 11 points of damage. The kitty lets out a howl of pain.
Great. And I managed to hit it right where it may go immobile for a bit. So here's a stunning strike.
And this time, you finally hit the right nerve cluster. It spazzes out and is stunned.
Okay, my bonus action will be patient defense.
Do you have any movement left?
Me? I do.
Oh, but you would take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
The one to the south of the snake is stunned right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean you should hit it, though, because
you know.
it means it can't act.
We'll see what the snake does.
I guess I'll try on the. I'm gonna try to constrict the southeast one because that would like give Destiny advantage.
I've already got
This
advantage
one,
on it because it's stunned.
This one here?
Yeah, the southeast one, the one you don't have advantage on.
Oh, okay.
Don't you want to do it on... Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'll constrict that.
14 is enough. Yes. You wrap your body around it, and it's not where you think it is, but you can feel its warmth through your scaly hide. And then you just wrap around the warm thing, and the first thing flickers out of existence, and all of a sudden, flickering into sight around or inside the wrap of your body is a displacer beast. Roll me damage. And we will say it is grappled and restrained and takes 18 points of damage. Holy shit, dude. It's a lot. Oops. That should not be stunned. It should be grappled and restrained.
Flint is going to cast Conquering Presence.
Is that a concentration spell?
No, it is. It's not even a spell. It's yeah.
It's your divine.
Yes. All creatures within 30 feet make a saving throw for wisdom.
All right. Starting with this cat and going clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
DC 15.
So the first guy passes, the second guy fails and is frightened.
Yes.
The third one passes, but he's restrained. Fourth one fails, and this one is stunned and frightened. 1, 2, pass, fail. I think I missed one save. There we go. You said DC 15?
DC 15.
Frightened. They are all scared of you. Except for this guy. And this guy.
Okay.
But this guy is restrained. He's how do we show the snake is probably like this somehow in his square. I wish I could make your token be long instead of round.
Good. I'm good.
That's it. Well, Corin, you're the last one.
This guy right here. I'll shoot this dude twice. No, actually, wait. I'll shoot this guy once, actually, to the right of him first. Okay. I'm gonna do my crit check. 14. Does that hit?
14 will hit.
Okay, so the damage is 9.
Right.
And I can't really see it, but I'll add a 1d8 to the damage.
So here is the 9 it takes. And you are adding an additional 1, making it 10.
And then I'm going to do one more shot at him. 27. That'll definitely hit.
That'll hit. Roll me another
1d20.
D10 for the crit.
Yeah, no.
Because he's restrained. Yeah, okay. Another 10 damage here.
And then I'm going to add another 1d8. Another 1.
And another 1, and that should be your last superiority die.
Nope, I've got one more, but otherwise, yeah.
You have 5?
Yep, because I'm level 7.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Okay.
All players have gone. It is the Displacer Beast turn. Now, the frightened ones can't get any closer to the dwarf. So this one will just attack Zai from where it is, but still scared of the dwarf. Advantage on the attack rolls. 1, 2.
It has
because he has disadvantage while you are within sight.
Yes.
So the advantage from being phased, or like not where he thinks he is, and the disadvantage from the fear cancel out. So these will just be regular 17s and 18s against you.
Yeah, I'm also dodging, but I guess that doesn't matter.
Right. Right, because the disadvantage and advantage don't multi-stack.
Isn't that kind of weird in 5e that like there could be 50 sources of disadvantage and then they're one source of advantage and they cancel out?
Yes.
Oh my god, it rolled max damage. Literal max damage. Ouch.
Literal max damage.
Well, I guess it could crit for literal max.
So this one will do this, which I think doesn't get closer to the dwarf. I think the distance to the dwarf is 22 feet, and then from over here is 22 feet still. So he doesn't get any closer. He just like circles, prowls around the backside of the dwarf. This cat will outright run from the dwarf, provoking an attack of opportunity from him.
Oh.
And actually, did that also move through the 15 will hit? I think that cat moved within... Oh, no, never mind. That doesn't make sense. It's fine. He also moved away from the snake, so the snake will get an attack of opportunity as well. Snake.
Sorry.
Attack of opportunity, if you would like to, on the panther as it moves away.
This is straight
It's
dark
spaced out.
dimension, dude. In
all good.
Dormammu Shadow Realm, man.
When I play, I often am just browsing other shit when it's not my turn.
Yeah,
I
was
am a
sleepy.
terrible player. Yeah. 14 will hit. Roll me damage. 9. Okay. So you will bite the Displacer Beast as it runs away. Flint Heart will burn and slice the Displacer Beast as it runs away. This one that is grappled is going to make an athletics check to escape the grapple. 13 versus your DC of your DC 16. Yeah, he can knock it out of that one. So this cat is just like reeling and trying to escape. This Displacer Beast is stunned until the end, the start of your turn, or the end of your turn.
Till the end of my turn.
Holy shit, that's a 2-round stun. So strong. Round and a half.
Round and a half.
Round and a half. Okay. So he can't do shit. This guy's already attacked. He's already made his move. This one will just take... Ooh. No. This kitty sees the guy on the ledge and will pounce for him as well. Everyone else has already used their... Ooh, maybe he can't get on that ledge. Yeah, I don't know if he can stand there. There's not a lot of room.
Reactions have already been used. No attack, I don't think. Unless he moved
Yeah.
away from the monk.
No, he didn't move away from the monk. He will, I guess, squeeze over to this point. And this guy does not get his attacks at advantage. So this will be regular attacks from him. 2 of them. 8 is a miss. 26 is a hit, though, for 15, 21 damage. These next set of 4s are all at advantage because these are phasing cats, or displaced beasts, as we'll call them. So
It doesn't
1,
matter that they're
2,
in sight with the Flintstone.
Ooh, no, right. This guy, the first 2 will be at the advantage and disadvantage will cancel.
Okay.
So that'll be it won't be a 17, it'll be a 25 and a 13. The 25 will hit you, the 13 will not. And then it'll be a 23 and a 9. The 23 will hit. So adding this all up, 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 is 40 points of damage total, which you have already done faster than I did. Great. And that is the end of the Displacer Beast turn. Player characters. Your archer, your ranger, your bowman is getting eaten alive by these big pads. On the Displacer
So,
I think
once
I
again-
have to take a disengage.
Once again, every single thing is at disadvantage right now, right? Because they have their displacer thing back on. at the
Except
beginning of-
for this guy up here.
What about the one I'm constricting?
The one that you're constricting you is still visible. I think the constriction prevents the displacement from happening. That
Okay.
seems only fair.
I would like to take a disengage so that they can't do an opportunity attack. And then I
Okay.
move down here next to Flintstone. I'm going to use my second wind, which should give me 13 HP back.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that is the entirety of my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Other player characters.
Huh. Oh, how does my constrictor... Does it do damage at the start of my turn, or do I have to, like, reconstrict or
It's another
revive?
action. Yeah, you'll be at an advantage to hit, but you have to roll another attack roll.
Yeah, I'll
That's it.
continue
I-
constricting then.
I think you let me finish this one off and try to restrict the one on the left.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Well, no, okay, you have to attack first, then I can't constrict another target.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna hit
Oh, so cute.
this. That's the 2-8 one too. I remember that. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this one that's being constricted.
Please, you will hit him,
Damn it.
and you will do 20 points of damage to the kitty,
Excellent.
who dies on the spot.
And then I'm going to move here,
Mm-hmm.
and I will swing again.
It's the 5e Displacer Beast. It's a little more angry.
That thing's crazy.
Oh, that's cute.
And 23.
23 will hit for 22 points of damage.
Okay. That's my turn.
Ooh, the cat's got to make saving throws against the fear at the end of their turn. So I'll just make 4 saves, starting with this guy going clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, can you move a little bit
Fail.
back towards
Cool.
me? I'm using the rest of my movement to move a little bit towards you. I'm moving towards you because they can't move into you. Do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will constrict the one below me now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Go for it.
weird. When I select my snake now, it's only showing initiative.
Oh, you got to pick this other snake. I haven't.
Oh,
It's this other one is just the like cool picture. This is the one that's attached to a character sheet.
Koibu fired the other snake.
19?
19, easy hit. You grab the creature and you begin to break the bones inside of its body. It cannot squeal in pain because it is stunned and dying. Zai.
I'm going to whack the unrestrained one in front of me.
26 is a good hit.
Nice. That's not at disadvantage, is it?
It's
frightened.
Ooh,
That's fine.
No, you're right. It is at disadvantage. It is an 11. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I have achieved a attack on it, so I'm going to move away with that attack of opportunity, and I'm going to huddle near the group here. I will attack this one in front of me at advantage.
Hit. 12.
And I'll do a follow-up unarmed strike.
Hit. 9. Okay. Displacer Beast turn. Now there are 4 of the... Actually, there's 5 of the original 7. But 3 of them are scared. They're so scared. They are not willing to come any closer to the dwarf in his plate mail that's so hard to get through. These scared ones are going to make some morale checks. This one's going to fail and run. This one's definitely running. Yep. As they back off, this other one that was not frightened retreats with the pack, and the kiddies will double move to safety of the jungle, leaving just the restrained one who can try and overcome his fear and fails to overcome his fear. It is the party's turn. This one is no longer stunned. Oh, he could have... Yeah, I guess he would get an action to escape this round. Which is... successful. Yeah, so he'll break free and begin to run away. Taking a
Attack of
dodge.
opportunity?
Yeah, he doesn't get a dodge action, so you guys will cut him down as he flees. The snake, he like begins to wither wiggle out of the snake, and that is what like brings him into attack of opportunity range, and you bring him to death before he can get too far. But the other cats will flee into the jungle, safe and sound. Ooh.
You know, Flint, I hear these cats don't like water.
A grand battle. Well done.
Well done scaring them away.
Well, we dwarves may be short in stature, but we'll make up for it in boldness.
Do we do
All right.
short rest?
Short rest at the end of the night, or at the end of the day, and then
Oh, I'm rolling my arrows real quick.
person. I think it was Eldwin who rolled a movement to get here. So let's keep going towards the top. Flintheart, roll me movement.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. Do you use the hit die and then gain one, or do you gain one and then use the hit?
You use the... No, you gain and then use. Because you get to expend it when you wake up, and you gain them when you sleep.
Okay.
So you gain and use in that order. Oh my god. Look at those rolls.
I'm full. I don't need to use any snake power pog.
Mm-hmm. All right. Flintheart, give me a d20. You did, too. Go ahead and move yourself 1 or 2 hexes, although cross no rivers.
Pardon me.
No, I mean, you can cross rivers if you want, but, you know.
Where the fuck are we going?
East.
Ah, to the east then. I've always liked going east.
All right.
And southeast.
Are we
This
are we
big.
moving 1 square or 2? I don't get it. We're moving 2.
You know, technically it's your choice.
It's your day to move, so it's your choice. If
The
you move 2,
only-
you're... Go ahead.
So we're already at disadvantage on stealth. If you don't move us an extra space, the only thing we gain is not disadvantage on perception.
Is that true, Koibu?
He speaks the truth.
The Dwarf.
What?
He is correct, because you're already having to move quickly to... or your plate mail, it gives you disadvantage on stealth already, so you're already losing stealth through the jungle.
Okay, we'll move another square.
Thank goodness. Zai thinks to himself.
All right.
I'm like trying to meet you in the middle, but I'm not doing the water thing. I'm not. No matter what.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Koibu's evil.
Corin, you are next.
19.
Every good relationship has compromise.
Fantastic. Move us 2 hexes.
1, 2.
1, 2.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
You can see that this is where the river bends northward. So this must be very close to the Elven lands. You must be just a little bit away from Solvang if you're already here at this point. So 1 day out from Solvang, what are you guys talking about as you're getting ready to approach?
Well, I hope this shopping trip was worth it.
It'd be worth it if we can find ourselves a fucking map. I'm saying we gotta find ourselves a Wazak that have drawn this out.
Man, is it always like this with you people? It seems like everything is just a close encounter with death after the other.
I'd
That
say
was
compared to
not
some of
even
our
close.
yeah, compared to some of our prior encounters, I don't think that was a close encounter with death at all.
That's insane. Is all you people do fight?
Well, I mean, hamster man, you kind of woke up on an island full of beasts that are constantly trying to kill us. What do you expect?
I dream of a day where there will be no fighting and roads will crisscross this island. But sadly, we do not live in that day. But we're trying to make that day a reality.
That would be a good day indeed.
Zai, make me a perception check. Actually, what's your passive perception? We'll just do it that way.
Passive perception is 17.
All right, and since you're moving quickly, you have a -5 to your passive, so it goes down to 14. So as the party travels...
-5 is 12.
Yes, thank you. I can't do math. As the party is traveling, something pops out at you from a bush that you guys don't notice. I'd like everybody in the party to roll me a d20, and whoever rolls lowest gets surprise attacked.
It'll be me. There we go. Oh my god.
It is Zai.
Nuts.
Very nuts indeed. So the party's pleasantly moving through this jungle here. Probably in a marching order similar to this, when popping out is this snake that like steps out and immediately constricts you from ambush. With a 15 is a complete and utter miss. it tries to like go to bite and wrap itself around you at one time, and it can't do both effectively, and ends up overshooting its bite, and the coil is not fast enough, and you pull your legs free as it like moves into this space. And we roll initiative.
I rolled last time, so someone else.
Yes.
Sure, I'll roll. Initiative. Quick.
Let's try it again. There we go.
Quick.
Click. 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 No? What? Whoo!
Oh.
Any of those will be fine. They all beat the snake. Party goes first.
All right.
I turn into a snake myself.
Great. I stunning strike it.
You counter the snake with an even bigger snake.
Oops.
I will strike it, which is a hit, and stunning strike it, which is not a stun.
I constrict it.
Attack
You
it again.
constrict it.
Ooh, crit.
Crit it.
And I'll toss it another stunning strike.
15. And another stunning strike from the snake is this time a fail, and the snake is stunned, and it is constricted by Eldwin. So the two snakes are like wrapped around each other. Eldwin doing damage. How much damage do you do?
15.
Oh my.
I have to click like 3 times.
15 damage. And I don't think it's going to matter, but you can roll me 8d. Oh, you already did. Look at that. You're so good. One step ahead. Corin, Flintheart, are you even going to bother stepping in?
Oi! A dwarf never misses his chance!
There's 8 more damage as I step on its tail.
Ah!
That's a good snake pain sound. 2 attacks.
They both hit.
Thump. Boom.
For 9 and 16 is 25. The snake is all but dead. Corin?
I'll take a step back and fire 2 shots. I think at advantage.
Mm-hmm. Hits, both of them.
Oh, I don't know why I just did 2 this time.
Fine.
You got this. This. I'll add 2d8.
And it is all but dead.
I'll fire
It
2
would-
more shots, I guess, to make it.
You actually, all right, it's fucking gone.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a short-lived ambush.
Okay.
All right. As Snake pops out at you, you guys obliterate it in the blink of an eye, including counter-snaking the snake, and return to your journey without really worrying too much about it. Because, you know, it's a dangerous jungle out there, but it's not that dangerous for you guys.
Counter snake go, dude.
Mm-hmm. Take inspiration. That was good. I loved it. Last day of movement. I don't remember whose turn it is, but somebody's turn. Eldwin? Eldwin.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You'll do it. You can do it.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah!
Yes. You are approaching Solvang. Hey, Devin.
Hey,
Do you want to roll me D100?
I log out.
Oh, baby. Let's see it.
A D1.
Controller round 2.
Roll a D100. Roll really, really, really
Give
high
me
on
the
your
number for the
D100.
adult green dragon.
The dragon wormling is 15, 16, 17.
All right, I'm going to hit it. Oh,
84?
fuck is that? Is that like an ancient lich?
No, there's no liches. Don't worry about it. There's no liches in this campaign. Promises. Swear to God.
What about a necropolopolis or whatever that place is? It sounds like it has the word necro in it.
Necrot?
Yeah, that sounds like a lich lives there. If I was a lich, I would live in Necrot. 100%. Because that has necro
true.
and rot in the same word.
Oh, there's no necro. It's neck. It's fine, whatever. It's fine. There's no O.
Is there
It's
a lich
okay.
there?
There's no liches. Well, I don't know. We haven't. Maybe that place, but the jungle's fine. Okay.
I knew it.
Yeah.
84.
So, on your way to the Elven Woods, Zai, I'm sorry, tell me your passive perception again.
17.
Thank you.
This one's a nice leisurely journey, so we're actually traveling normal speed.
Right. Okay. So how does this work? I think you will not really see this coming, but I'm going to tell you what is happening anyway, just because I think it's more fun this way.
Your party wise.
So you are walking through an area webbed by phase spiders. And the way phase spiders work is they weave these very thin, very loose strands of web, not enough to stick to not enough to like get in your way, but just enough to cling to your body. And the way that silver works in the ethereal plane is it shows up as like a bright reflective surface. So even just like a tiny, tiny bit of silver in a thread will show up in the ethereal plane, which is where phase spiders like to spend their time. They weave thin webs that people won't notice, hang out in the ethereal plane, wait to see these webs move, because you can't see living creatures in the material plane when you're in the ethereal plane, but you can see the web. So then they know where something is moving, and then they phase into existence to strike and eat their meals. Corin, would you roll me d6 plus 2 for the number of phase spiders that happen to have lain this phasey
I'm
trap
rolling
stuff?
the max. I'm giving us 8. Here it comes. 1d6 plus 2 or 2d6?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, I tried hard. Sorry, guys. I fucked up. I tried to give you 8, but we got 7.
7.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to settle for only 7 spiders.
Not as much experience, I know, but...
So just before you get to the Elven Lands, all of a sudden appearing literally from nowhere, because they did not exist on this plane before this moment, are phase spiders leaping to the attack. Why don't we take our second break, and when we come back, we will have this encounter.
All right. We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empires of Arcadia. It's time to begin the combat. Who would like to roll initiative? Who hasn't rolled initiative yet? Right. Go for it. Turn down the music a little bit.
I was fully expecting like a 1.
Oh.
Oh. I fucked it up.
Oh, baby.
Right. So you guys begin to tremble. The spiders appear and take their turn. Oh, wait, you're on the wrong map. I'm sorry. You can't see.
We sure can.
Can you see now?
We sure can.
Excellent. You've walked this little narrow area. The spiders are waiting on the high ground. They phase into appearance as you guys arrive. And let me bring them forward. Phase spiders are not the smartest of creatures, right? They're still spiders. They're pretty dumb. But they will move forward. Like this, quickly surrounding the party and taking their turns. So why is this broken? Here we go. It will make 2 claw attacks and a bonus action to bite, but they had to bonus action phase into existence because that's a bonus action for them. So now they will claw on Corin. 4 attacks coming in because there's 2 spiders. Claw.
2 hit, I think.
17, 20. Yep, they don't have advantage for... Actually, the bottom guy will have an advantage, but 12 and 13 are still misses.
Mm-hmm.
So you will take a total of 16 piercing damage. Eldwin, this guy will do the same thing. 2 claws on you. Claw and claw for 8 and 11 are both misses.
Wow.
Next 4 are on the dwarf. No advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy shit! They know which target to roll well on, apparently.
What's the point of AC when it just doesn't do anything?
Because normally it does a lot, but
It's done nothing
you,
for me in this campaign. Yeah, it's like crazy.
Yeah, 11 and 18 is 29?
Neat.
18, yeah, 29 to you, and 4 attacks against Zai. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Awesome game.
1 hit for 6.
Oh, 6 damage.
All right, that is the spider's turn as they appear. Players go.
Yay! I'm gonna summon up some animals.
All right, what are you bringing?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Summon 8 to make Koibu play D&D.
And I do the. Do you see where I'm pinging?
Yes, I see that. These are going to be, I think, our regular gorillas, our CR 1/2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Rolling hit dice and rolling them into initiative. And currently we're on the player's turn. Excellent. So they will go next.
Alright, I'll strike the one in front of me with a quarterstaff. It's advantage. I will make it. I will attempt to stun it.
Front left or front right?
Front left.
Okay. 11 to the face, spider. Stunning strike. Failure. This spider is stunned.
I'll strike at the one to the top right. And stunning strike it.
Hit for another 8. And a pass.
Alright, I will give it another unarmed. Actually, let's do something I rarely do. We'll use our chi point on Flurry of Blows. That lets me make 2 extra unarmed strikes. So I'm gonna do another unarmed strike on the top right one.
Mm-hmm. 15 will hit, thanks to the advantage.
Great. And here's a stunning strike.
And the con save is a fail.
That one
Alright,
paralyzed.
turn the one to the left, and I throw an unarmed strike.
Holy shit, how many attacks do you get to make in a round?
4.
Okay,
And here's a
you
stunning
hit.
Strike.
Fucking monks. God damn it. All right, you stun half of the monsters.
I turn into a snake as well.
Snake again.
I like the snake. Okay.
The snake is good.
Good judged.
And 61 HP. Right.
Flint will go. Oh, that was quite a hit there. Let me show you how it's done. And he will use the ability, Lay of Hands, to drop 25 HP on his HP bar, go back up to 50.
Excellent.
And then, as a bonus action, we're dropping the Shield of Faith.
Excellent.
Now, let's see what you've got. Come on, you get. That's my turn.
Shield of Faith, and what was the other thing?
A Lay of Hands. That's an action.
Oh, right. Lay on hands for an action. Perfect. Perfect. Corin is the last one to go.
Doesn't Zizaran get an attack?
No.
No, he summoned animals.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use my second wind as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to restore 10 HP.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to take a dodge action here. And then that's the end of my turn.
All right. The gorillas go, and we all know they get to make 2 fisting attacks. These are all going to be at advantage because these spiders are stunned. So 1, 2, 3, 4 against the left spider, needing a 13 to hit. So they will all hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 and 13 is 23 to the left spider. Oops. And 1, 2, 3, 4 against the right. Hit, miss, hit. Hit, miss, hit. For 14 to the right spider. The phase spiders go. These 3 are poisoned. The other ones will do their regular multi-attacks now. They're going to start with a bite. So this one on the left is starting with a bite on Corin. It leaps towards you, sinks its teeth into you. You must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for a minute.
+4.
You succeed. All right. You will take the damage, which is 0, so don't worry about it. And it will claw you twice.
Wait, how does something roll a 0?
It rolls 0d0 plus 0.
That's a 0.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. The damage, the fangs are too small to really hurt you. It's like a cat biting you. It's maybe painful and annoying, but the danger from it comes from the injected poison, not the bite. On the other hand, it will crit you with one of its claw attacks. So as you're like getting bitten on the chest, it brings a claw towards your crotch and swipes you for 8 there. The southern guy will bite you as well. 11 is a miss, I believe.
Yep.
And do 2 claws. 16 and 13 are no good. This spider on the right will bite the snake.
He should be taking those attacks normally, I think. Which spider was
You're
attacking?
dodging, aren't you?
Yeah, which one was hitting me?
Because he's got advantage
Yep,
from
so it should cancel.
flanking. Thank you for that. They will indeed claw you then for 13.
Yeah.
24 on the snake. Snake, give me a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for 0 damage.
Taking it.
Con save? There we go.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you are poisoned.
What?
That's like
+4.
rolling and nothing.
+4, Koibu. It's a 15,
God damn it.
boy.
Oh wait, are you threatened?
Oh.
Are you threatened by a stunned enemy?
I
might have unnecessarily
probably
lowered.
not. I think stunned is incapacitated. Incapacitated, yeah. So you won't take that damage at
Oh,
all.
cool. Wait, how much was that again?
13.
13. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you do pass the stave because you get the +4 from the paladin. God damn it. Every time you make a character, it's just like ruining my game, man.
Good news,
Ruining
it
my
also
game.
helps for the con save for concentration.
Ooh, yes. All right. Here
God.
comes the
So strong.
the 2 claws at the paladin first. Claw and claw, 18.
No.
And the bite, 6.
Oh,
No, all right.
lifts the shield.
These spiders have all taken claws and bites, so they cannot phase out, and they will end their turn like this. Player characters go.
Wait, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Melee's attack?
Yeah. Let's
Wait,
do it.
did the gorillas already go?
They
Yep.
did. That's where all that damage came
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Right.
They get like their own.
Yeah,
turn.
I'm gonna take on the top right one right in front of me, with 2 strikes. Well, 1 strike first,
Mhm.
and let's damage that, and then I will add a 3d8, burning a spell slot for radiant damage on Divine Smite.
Okay.
So I'll add 14.
Yep, you will slaughter the spider.
Great.
Squished beneath the weight of your sword.
And then I'll turn to the one on my left, and make my second attack of the turn. 19.
You mean you're right, or are you attacking Zai?
It has the low HP. Yeah, on the left.
Oh, this guy up here.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll like move to here or something. There we go. Perfect. 19 will hit. Roll me damage. 18 will also slay this one. 2
Okay.
spiders down.
And then I will finish it by just moving back here. Getting in this guy's grill.
Okay, so you did move away from him.
I don't think I don't think so because I moved here, which doesn't like. You can decide if it leaves threat if you want to give him an attack.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Okay, and now you're facing him this way. Cool. It's good.
How do you change
Other players?
characters? For...
I'm gonna take another dodge action, and I'm gonna
I'll
move.
streak that stunned one in front of me. That's a crit.
Crit. Okay. 14.
Oh, wow. Guess I'll just hit it again. 20 for 8.
8. Still standing.
We'll do flurry of blows this time, so I'll attack 2 more times. Unarmed strike number 1. 7.
7 will keep it just barely alive.
And unarmed strike number 2. Crit.
That will crit and kill. The phases are dropping like flies. Like the
I
very
will-
flies they might capture.
I use
I
my
will
movement
strike-
to circle around these bottom 2.
Nice. I'll construct the one bottom left
Mm-hmm.
at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
Easy job. You wrap yourself around it. It is constricted. Oops. You should be there. There we go. And that is the party's turn. The
Oh, wait,
gorillas
I
go.
haven't gone yet.
I thought you said you dodged and ended.
Oh, I said I was gonna dodge and move. If I can move up
Oh,
here.
okay. Yeah, it'll provoke 2 attacks. So well, actually 1 attack. This guy will bite. 14.
Nope.
No. Nope. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Gorillas will go. They're gonna go here, 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 and here. So starting with the lone gorilla, 2 fists. 17 will hit for 7. The other gorillas screech and holler and hoot and bang on their chest and beat on the spider's back with their fists. 6 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go, monkeys, go!
1 hit, 2 hits, crit hits, 4 hits, and a miss. Oh, and a hit at the very end. 4 plus 9 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 is 32 damage to the spider, all but killing it. Not quite. And it becomes the gorilla's turn. So,
And the
this
girl-
guy...
Oh.
I'm sorry, not the gorilla. Spider's turn, yeah. This guy's still stunned. No, he's not. I'm sorry. Fuck. I fucked this up. See, you got poisoned last round, Eldwin, and I forgot to talk about what the poison does.
Wait.
You're paralyzed as long as you're poisoned.
Didn't get poisoned. He rolled it.
Oh,
on-
that's right. He passed it. He passed it. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Right. I put the token on him, and then we took it off. Perfect. All right. There we go. Love it. Okay. So this spider is going to try and bite Trump. Bite is rolling, I guess. 14 is no good. And then it will use its action for a bonus action and phase out of existence. This guy over here is going to come and bite the snake for a bite, which is slow to roll. 16. Give me
Ow.
another poison save.
Yep.
You're still within range.
Just con save, was it?
Con save, yeah. It's a +4 or +5?
Plus 4.
Devin? +4? So it's a 12. So, okay, this time you fail.
No!
And you are poisoned, which will paralyze you, which will... This guy's still... he's no longer grappled or restrained, so this guy is now free. And this spider will phase out of existence on its... using its full action. This spider will... Yeah, I guess we'll we're gonna take 2 claws at the paladin before us. Claw. 11 and 12 are no good, and then we'll bonus action phase. This spider that is now free wriggles out of the constrictor snake and tries to bite Zai. 10 is no good, and then we'll phase out of existence. And the party goes.
Do we have any recourse against this? Like,
Yeah, we just need to get to the ethereal plane and fight them there.
how do we do that?
Oh, I don't know if we can do
But
that
you
right now,
can't
but
just
that's our
do that?
recourse.
All right, in 10 levels, we'll be back. When we can warp through multiple dimensions, we'll be back for these fuckers.
Do I see any more spider webs placed around right now?
No, they're really thin. You know, like when you walk into a cobweb that you didn't quite notice, or you find like there's just some spider web in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
The jungle's thick. The spider webs are thin.
Okay.
Almost impossible to see.
I would
And
like
they're
to.
probably already tangled all over you without you even noticing.
Sure. I would like to move over here then and ready an attack.
Okay. Oh,
Is
there
there
you
any
are.
way
You're
I
hiding on
can
the spider.
stabilize? Tell me about Eldwin.
He is poisoned. Until the poison ends or he passes a con save, he is paralyzed.
Fuck, I can't cure him. Oh, that was my mistake. I won't make that mistake again. That was a bad play by me. I should have left HP in the pool so I could cure poison. Okay, until he makes a con save.
Yeah, until he passes a DC 13 Constitution save.
Is Destiny this guy on the right side or the top left?
Top left.
Top left. There again, standing next to him.
Okay, yeah, this is Eldwin's body hiding somewhere. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. I did forget to read this last paragraph of the poison. Creatures larger than medium size have advantage on the saving throw. Those smaller than medium have disadvantage on the saving throw. And your giant constrictor snake actually is greater than small medium. So you would have had advantage, which would
So
have
he
been a
would have
20
saved.
plus 4 is a 24. So you're actually not poisoned again.
Jeez.
Okay. I assume we're all moving into like a group. So I will group there and I'm gonna like hold up the flaming sword like a night guard. Ready to strike.
Take up a Tifa Lockhart position.
Ready to strike.
Hey, dwarf man. If you want, you might be able to walk around and hit a web. If they phase back into existence, I think me and Zai here will kill them before they can do anything.
Sounds good, but how do we know they're not running?
I mean, if they're running, then we just mess up some webs. Maybe we can collect the silk and take it to the elves with us.
Okay. I will take the advice and I'm gonna move around a bit and see what happens. You'll see me move.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that's... You can stop moving because you've probably moved your 25 feet that you can move in around
Okay.
by this point. Eldwin?
I will. I'll just move over here, I guess.
Okay. The spiders will phase back into
Oh
existence.
shit.
Yep.
They can't like
we're just-
telefrag us, right?
I don't know what you mean by telefrag.
It's an Unreal Tournament thing. You could teleport inside other players and just insta-kill them.
Actually, before the spiders go, the gorillas. What do the gorillas do? I think they probably just beat on the bodies of the dead spiders, right? Or they stand about doing nothing. You're a snake. So I think they're just like, bash, bash, eat, pull limbs off, grum, 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 grum. Okay. The spiders will phase back into existence. All the way around the snake.
Nice.
And they will... Yeah, because they could just see you from the ethereal plane. You're probably not supposed to know this shit, but I'm going to tell you anyway because it makes it more interesting to me. And I think to the viewers that they're seeing your movements while not on this plane of reality. And then they move to strike with a bite against you. 21 for 0 damage. Con save, and I think you are 20 feet from the dwarf. Dwarf, how long's your radius?
But their
It
bonus
doesn't
action
matter.
is
It
warping
doesn't
in, right?
matter.
No
God
bites?
damn it.
No bites, right? They're warping in?
He was using his bite as an action.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. What's the range on your save?
I'm looking at
Thing?
one. It doesn't matter this, but I'm looking. Yeah.
But there are more coming.
Yeah, that's cool. Just we'll figure it out. Do your thing. It's 10 feet.
10 feet, perfect. All right, the second spider is just going to regular bite you. 9 is no good. All right, and the bottom ones are just going to all out claw. So claw, 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 claw. 1, 2, 3 hits on you. Ignore the crit damage. So 8 and 8 is 16, and 7 is 23. So 23 damage to the spider, to the snake, and the party's turn rolls around.
Well, I zoom over to that one's backside, and I.
Do we get, since I had a ready to attack, do I at least?
Yes, your ready to attack goes. You get 1 arrow shot off on any one of these guys that you wanted.
Sure, yeah, on the one on the one. I'll do the one on the right before Zai moves because I would have had this like right after they.
Right, it would have happened as soon as he showed up. You're correct.
Yeah. Okay. So one on the right, 13
you hit
damage.
And kill. That's dead.
Okay,
Yeah, it's fucking gone.
Okay, the left one's the one I do that attack on instead.
You leap over the gorilla, land behind the spider, kick it in the ass for 10 points of damage. Oops, don't take it from the snake, take it from the spider. And then
And I'll roll another quarterstaff attack and unarmed strike it. That's all.
both will land for 19 more.
Okay.
Wait, why'd you move me?
I just changed your facing.
Wait, you moved me 10 feet that way. That makes a huge difference.
No, all I did was move your facing. Did it
Then
actually
you're 5
move
feet
your
down.
character?
Yeah, you did. Because this was.
Oh.
Yeah. You're moving it more.
Wait, okay. God damn it, I'm sorry.
Move it back
You
here.
should have been 22. There, this is where your bottom corner should have been.
What?
Because you were 20.2 feet away from him when I was measuring you earlier.
I think that's right. Wait, no, I think you moved me.
No, because you were 20.2 feet from the snake when I measured you, and you are now 20.2 feet from the snake.
He was right on. He was clipping that top right gorilla. He was
Oh,
like.
okay. There must have been an error. That's fine. You can be there.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
Okay.
On my screen, he looked different, but it's okay.
Can I move? Yeah, the reason for that is because I was thinking of a very specific move. Because I want to. Can I, in theory, move right up in these two dudes' grills?
Your movement speed is 25.
Is it really?
You're a dwarf.
Why am I so fat? What is?
you're
Well,
it's
not-
not
it's
the
not fat, it's
fatness,
the short
the
legs.
shortness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's insane. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
why you're moving at disadvantage through the jungle, mate.
I can't get to.
Because you're too damn short.
I can't get to anything. With a can I get so right here? Can I get
You
to
can
a
get to
melee?
this guy. You
Really?
can get to melee of this guy down here. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. We're here. So I'm gonna move up in this guy's grill. I'm going to what am I gonna do? I'm gonna strike twice. Yes, 12 and a 20.
Actually, 12 is not a hit, but a 25 will.
Well,
AC 13.
I'm going to yeah, I will make it a hit. I'm going to use Guided Strike, which is a Channel Divinity ability that I can use after I see a roll. To give +10 to it. So I'll put
Plus 10 to hit?
Yep.
All right.
bonus to
How many
attack.
channel divinities do you get?
1 per short rest. It's not
Okay, per
not
short
very-
rest. That ain't bad.
not
Yeah,
very powerful. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll damage twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to also actually, can you show me where the spider's at after that?
Sure. So you get to roll all damage dice twice.
I don't understand.
Wait, so
You
okay,
just
so you
roll
hit
it twice
is
because
what
it
you're
was 2
saying.
Yeah.
Okay, because you hit him twice. Got it.
Yes.
So 13 from the first attack, 29 from the second attack.
19.
No, I'm sorry, 19 from the second attack. It still kills him.
Okay. Then that's all, folks. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right,
The
spider down
spider
here.
burns up.
Has the
Mhm.
snake guy attacked yet?
Snake has not moved
Nope.
yet.
Okay, I'll fire arrows at the bottom spider. 2 shots, both hit.
Mm-hmm.
14 and
22.
8. I'll roll 2d8 to add damage onto that. 8 more. Is it dead?
Nope,
Press the,
not quite.
You pressed the Elven Arrows button. Did you mean to do that?
Yep, I have 2 left, and I'm just using them now because we're right outside solving anyway. And then I've got these 2 spiders here. I'm going to roll 2 more shots. I'll do it at the top one first.
These are your action surge that you're doing?
Yep. 1d8, 13 damage to him.
To the top guy,
Yes.
that will kill the top one.
And then bottom one is going to be...
Is a crit.
Nope, no advantage. I wish it was.
No advantage, right.
As I see your special arrows fly, I shout at you, "We're walking 2 weeks to get you more of these arrows. Why are you wasting them on spiders?"
Shut up, monk. Another arrow sails through the air. I add 9 plus 3 damage to it.
Yep, that brings it to its sliver of HP.
All right, that's all
I
I got.
attack it.
You lash out at the spider. It takes a step back, and that's when the gorillas come. They throw themselves over the various spiders, crawl across the snake itself, and harass this creature with 6 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will more than destroy it. Right before it is able to fade out, it'll take 30-something damage. 30 lot damage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 32 damage.
You know, one thing that we don't do in these fights. Can you tell us about phase spider loot?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
What?
I just told you about all the loot.
But you didn't say anything.
Exactly.
Good job. Nice.
How about I want a poison sack?
Or I was going to say, can we collect the webs? Is the silk used for anything, especially being outside Solvang?
It's quite thin. The amount of web that you can collect here would be insignificant. If you wanted to like farm spider webs, you would need to be able to like contain them in a room and then farm their silk from them that way.
Ooh.
While they spin it in the room, it would be a industrial practice.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Tell me
especially
about.
since containing a phase spider is so hard.
Tell
You
me
need a room lined with lead or silver.
Tell me
go ahead.
about their spider sacks.
They do actually have like insane loot. Like they all drop like the highest level of artifacts, but it all phases out right before you can touch it.
Vorpal
Unfortunate.
swords for everyone.
I want a Baba the Yaga's hut.
So, Mr. Underground Dwarf Boy, who doesn't travel out into the world very often, how many times do you think you've seen a phase spider in your 250 years or whatever it is?
Well, actually, I think I've seen some quite a bit because I'm sure they live underground, and I'm sure they're an occurrence. I don't think they just live in the woods, do they? Spider underground spider.
Spiders certainly live underground. Phase spiders, though, it might be tough going out here or underground, right? Since there's not, they excel in large open spaces where they can move around, and the earth will block things on the ethereal plane. So if they're like stuck in a tunnel, there's not much room for them to actually maneuver. And granted, they'll be on the ethereal plane and run back and forth, but against large groups of dwarves moving underground, phase spiders prefer the open air.
Wait,
There's all sorts of little thingies.
on the ethereal plane, did you say there are no living things there?
Yeah.
What about,
so
like-
this is probably something your characters wouldn't know, but in the ethereal plane, at least in my world, it is the walls of reality are the physical non-organic material. So
So there are
like
no
water
leaves?
or dirt or rock would be like pure black, like the edges of your reality, but the giant tree in front of you just wouldn't exist. A person in plate mail, like the person wouldn't exist, but you would see an outline of the plate mail.
That's fucking awesome.
Sort of. Like there's a 2-inch, 1 inch on each side fuzziness. So like a thin piece of metal might sort of be like something slow to push your hand through. Except for silver and lead. Lead is a completely solid wall, even a paper thin sheet of it. And silver is not only solid, but reflective on the ethereal plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? But Earth is like a solid wall they can't pass through.
Solid wall. It's not even a wall. It's like a boundary of reality. You wouldn't be able to like mine through it or anything.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah. Same thing with liquids. So you could walk over an ocean if you were on the ethereal plane, but the ocean, like the ground itself, would swell and move like an ocean, and it would be like a boundary of reality. So you could just get picked up and tossed and thrown around. It would be weird. and messy.
Couldn't we just walk to Arcadia forehead on the ethereal plane?
If you could go ethereal, in theory, you might be able to walk to Arcadia, but you would have no sense of direction, right? You'd basically be like, let's walk this way and hope we see an island eventually.
In 2 weeks.
And then eventually you just like die of dehydration, you know?
Awesome. That's sick.
Anyway, you can make it to Solvang. It's within sight. 10-15 minutes later, you find yourself moving into the town past those watchtowers and have arrived. Actually, this is not the right music. Have arrived in the nice, quiet, peaceful little town of Solvang. People are going about their business, swapping stories, swapping gear. There's a small contingent of humans hauling out clearly dwarven merchandise to Solvang.
Really?
It's all in the form of like stuff for the town of Solvang, not for the elves on the other side. Because the elves, they don't want like dwarven stonework.
Where
That
is
shit would just like...
But
it's probably coming from Overlook Keep, which is just a few hexes this way. Yeah, the elves don't want the dwarven stonework, but the people of Solvang are super down to have this stuff. They love the unusual things. So, pile of humans hauling dwarven stonework from Outpost Overlook. And here you are. What would you like to do in town?
Check Discord, Koibu.
Uh-oh.
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 Well, let's go visit this arrow merchant, shall we?
Sounds good.
All right. You guys push through the crowds looking for the arrow merchant. You get separated. You get brought back together again. The party seems sort of like split in the crowd for a little while, but the three of you find yourselves back at the elven merchant while Eldwin makes his way to you somewhere stuck in the crowd.
I wild shape into a hamster and run away.
What?
Yeah.
Without saying
You guys-
anything.
Yep. You don't see him. If he's here somewhere, you'll find him eventually. But you're at the arrow merchant. There's an elf standing before you.
Do you feel enough honor to give me back your lightstone before running away?
No.
I never had one, I think.
I gave one to you at the beginning.
Oh, then yes, yeah, I didn't give it. I didn't have it. Like, I didn't write it down, so I didn't have it. I must have given it back right after.
He dropped that shit on the ground. Didn't Anke carry it off or some shit?
Sure. Well, I'll take it
Okay.
back then. From way
Yeah,
back.
just take it back.
Hey, arrow merchant. We're inside, I imagine.
Yeah, you're at this outdoor stall. He looks at you. She looks at you. Why, hello there, follower and friend from so far away.
Not so much a follower, definitely not a friend, but I do have a few shiny dragon scales here. I imagine you're trading for a few... Did you call them a fletch or a snatch or a catch of arrows? A flight? What did you call them? 20 arrows?
A bundle?
A bundle. You, Koibu, out of character, you used a different word. Yeah, I'm looking to pick up a few bundles of those elven arrows you got here. They're pretty fine. I like the way they fly.
Of course. Let me see your dragon scales.
Corin reaches into his bag, or I'm not sure how we carry things in this world. I don't have a bag on
Probably
my...
a backpack.
Sure, a backpack. And I remove 16 pounds of dragon scales
Holy shit.
from my bag. Not really, actually. He grabs half of them, takes them out. Oh, a clutch of
okay.
arrows. Yeah. So 8 pounds of dragon scales are produced here, and then strewn out in front. I don't imagine you see shit like this every day, huh? This must go for a few bundles of those nice little elven arrows you got, yeah?
Absolutely. How about 2 pounds for a bundle or a clutch?
2 pounds for a clutch of arrows. So 8 pounds of these, the scales before us. How about we say 8 pounds for 100 arrows even?
That sounds fine.
Yeah, all right. You got yourself a deal. I'd
She
shuffle
will slide the scales off, drop them behind the counter, pull out 5 bundles, and then snip one of them and count out 10 arrows and set them next to you because they're like bundled with twine or whatever.
Mhm.
And just take the other 10 and toss them under her desk as well.
Okay.
Thank you. By the way, where did you find these scales?
Well, for another 20 arrows, I tell you.
Nice.
Why don't we say for 10 you'll tell me? And that 10 was just included with the deal we just did.
Well, how about we just
When
did the
talked
deal?
about bundles, are bundles 10s or 20s?
20.
20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much one for stories or talk, although my little monk friend here never seems to shut up. Zai, do you want to spin a tale for this lady for how we came across these dragon scales?
Yes, I would love to hear that.
Why, certainly. In fact, don't you think that these elven arrows are so fine that we should trade the other bunch we have for the repeat deal?
I mean, I think I've got 101 arrows here at the rate that we're drawing, or at the rate that we're
I need
dropping
them too.
off.
I am also an archer.
Yeah, I guess if you really want them, do you really think we need that many? Doesn't seem like we're gonna make it that far that we're gonna go through hundreds of these arrows on a trip, no?
Believe me, we'll need them. In the back of Zai's mind, I'm like, I'm not coming back here again 2 weeks for a trip.
I think the last 40 arrows I had from these were of such craftsmanship that they lasted me for 2 or 3 months. And it's possible that maybe we could trade the rest of our dragon scales for something finer in another city, no? Plan to do a lot of traveling.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'll not only tell you the story of those arrows against the dragon, I'll also tell you about how they managed to defeat a whole Ont-egg queen. Ont-egg? Is that the name?
Ankh-egg.
Onk-egg, yes.
Ont-egg.
Ooh.
Now, hold on a minute there. Clump, 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 clump. Listen me, British, it's a fucking elf. I haven't seen one of
I'm
ye.
sorry, what did you say?
I said it's a fucking elf. I haven't seen one of ye in maybe 100 years or more.
I think my dwarven's rusty. Can anyone translate for me?
It's a fucking elf you get. That's what I said.
Does anyone else speak dwarven?
He's
Anybody?
saying the sun is very bright out here. He wishes he could be underground. He's annoyed by the light. He's very antisocial. We're not entirely sure. We don't know what he says half the time anyway.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's about right. Does he understand me?
Eh,
I think I think just by looking at you, he understands enough to know that he doesn't like you very much.
monk, you ask this pansy if he's got anything for the dwarves.
He wants to know if
What are
you
you
have a
saying
pair
there, buddy?
of very short pants, I think.
My
Certainly.
dwarf friend asked if you sell any small pants.
Perhaps clothing for elven children?
Yes, we do have some elven children clothing around here. My daughter, she's like 75 years old. She's right in that rebellious phase. She loves to wear shorts that are far out of cultural fashion. We caught her trimming them. I had to confiscate them, of course.
Fuck
Couldn't
it.
have her seen
I
around
don't
like that.
even know what I bought.
I don't know if they'll fit him, though. She does have wide hips, but I don't know if it'll fit, hips that wide.
Footart grumbles and walks outside. He's mumbling in Dwarvish to himself. He's clearly angry. And he stands outside the store and just waits for the others.
So that's right.
Guess you
Your
didn't need pants,
arrows managed to defeat an Ont-egg that was 10 times bigger than your usual Ont-egg.
That's quite large.
It is
Where was
indeed.
this Onk-egg queen? We haven't seen them around here since the storms came and the mountains rose. Every now and then, but farmland's not what it used to be, so they seem pretty rare.
Indeed. Interested in both of those stories for, say, 2 clutches?
Fine.
Excellent. Well, you'll be pleased to know that you got a bargain because that Ont-egg queen also ties into the layout of what's happening on the island. You see, they were in one of those dwarven tunnels, and trade will soon be booming again on this island.
What do you mean?
We're opening up we cleared out one of the dwarven tunnels that connects the north side of the island to the middle side.
Mm-hmm. You've reopened dwarven tunnels that were long shut. How fascinating. Do you know the name of the river near the exit? Dwarves, as I understand, tend to make their exits near rivers. Not always on them, but usually very close to them.
You're well knowledgeable. That is called,
What's the name of the town? Grub.
We named it
what?
Grub Fort or Grub Hub or
I think isn't it Lang Grubport?
Lang Grub.
Yes,
Fort.
that's right.
Yeah, it's
It's the port right
I wrote it
by
down. I'm so happy.
Lang River.
Oh, yes. That one's been closed for hundreds of years. How did you get the dwarves to open that? I thought there was no point to the Lang River anymore.
Well, it's simple. Those dwarves see value in uniting this island. So we are working towards building relations with them, just like we hope to build relations with you, Elf, someday.
Huh, Langport. Never would have thought I'd seen that opened in my life.
Now named Langrubport, by the way.
Langgrubport?
That's right. You may remember one of our goblin friends from before. He heroically fell in battle against that Anka queen.
I'm sorry, I don't think I've met you before. I understand that we elves all look a little bit alike. But
Really, this is
Corin
not
looks
legend.
menacingly at Zai.
What?
My name is Feyama. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm afraid I had you mistaken for another elf. My
It's
apologies.
okay. It's all right. Sometimes humans look alike to me too. No offense taken. I'm sure none was intended. She has put one clutch of arrows on the table and is still waiting for that dragon story.
Heart looks in and goes, you can keep your arrows, you fucking Keebler. I prefer being up close and personal anyway. Walks off into the
Is
market.
he looking for the bathroom?
Mumbling.
You know, we have some elven ones, but the holes are probably too small for a dwarf's butt. But there's a spot that he can hang himself over the river if he'd like.
Oh yeah, Corin's eyes perks up. If you have a spot we could hang that guy from, we're very interested.
I just meant hang his butt over the bridge into the river.
Oh, of course.
Right. Dragons. Goodness, you wouldn't imagine the amount of dragons on this island. So here we are, rummaging through a crypt, and what do you know? The dragon's taking a lair up there. But of course, Corin here, our great archer, he just... whenever we encounter a tough enemy, these arrows, they always strike true.
And these scales are from that dragon in the crypt?
Yes, they are.
My. She picks up one of the scales and holds it. It must have been a surprisingly large dragon. I thought I was aware of all of the adult dragons on the island. What can you tell me about this creature?
Not much to say. It's a dragon. I didn't know you knew where all the dragons were on this island.
Well, we can't keep track of all the wormlings. There's far too many and too small, but, after 100 years or so, you get to know the creatures around you pretty well. And let's see. They reach adulthood around 100 years old. Did you have any idea how old this one was? Full grown?
I'm afraid I'm no dragon expert, but it was about... I used my hands to gesture the size of the dragon. About yay high.
Oh my. That does sound like a young adult, or maybe an adult right on the cusp there. Interesting. In an underground tomb. Is that what you called it? A tomb? A ruin. I think you called it a ruin.
Yes, the underground... It had taken up a lair in the underground of one of the ruins.
Do you know what the ruin was?
I don't believe it has a name to it.
Well, all ruins had names once upon a time.
I'm afraid our knowledge of that area is not as good as yours.
It's okay. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Just
But it
curious.
was somewhere to the south of... Crap, what was the port town? Ayu?
South of Ayu. The ruins of Shang, perhaps.
Yes, that's right. I had
Oh,
remembered
lovely.
that one.
Well, she places the other clutch on the table. Thank you so much for that information. We do love to keep track of everything that's happening here. You'd mentioned talking to some of us before. Are you perhaps interested in continuing a conversation with someone you've known?
In fact, we have come a long way here. We would love to.
We expect that travelers prefer speaking to the same people over and over again, even if we can't always remember you by face.
Hey, one thing
Let's see.
actually, I will ask. You say you're familiar with the monsters on this island, and familiar with the dragons
Yes.
in particular.
Yes.
You wouldn't perhaps know the lair of another youngish dragon around here, would you? Perhaps a dragon in between us and the mountain range to the south?
Well, we know of a few here and there, but as I said, we only really track them once they get to a certain size. There is an adult dragon along the Golang River in the bamboo forests near the lake that spawns the river. You probably know it by a different name than I do. We all have our different names for these things, but I think we use the word Golang interchangeably.
Adult dragon near the Golang River near the bamboo forest, you say?
Yeah, near Mount Sky Shroud.
Interesting. That's probably pretty good to know considering we're headed in that direction, but okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to sell maps here either, would you?
No. We we put too much time and love into our maps to hand them off to other people. It takes a proper elven map. Takes about 6 months worth of work, and that's fairly invaluable to us. Time is, of course, the only thing that truly matters in this world.
Yeah, good thing elves have a lot of it, eh?
Plenty.
Well, Zai, do you have any more questions or insults for this lovely lady?
Gee, all I want to do is talk to the previous elven liaison that we had
There are
before.
3 of us that work this stall. Was the elf that you were speaking to earlier a man or a woman? Do you remember?
It was a man. He was stupid enough to trade a pretty shirt for a whole bunch of light stones, I think. I don't remember.
Oh my god, are you the purveyors of the I Love Riki t-shirt?
That would be us, unfortunately.
Oh. You know, that is such a cute thing. It's, you know, of course we can't wear it once we cross the bridge, but around town here, you'll see someone in it. Just keep walking around. We pass it about. You know, it's like the sisterhood of the traveling shirt.
Oh, wow.
It's so cute.
Well, I'd love nothing more than to have a long conversation with whoever feels the need to wear that atrocity around town, so thanks for the information.
That sounds like sarcasm.
You're quite perceptive. Zai, do we have anything else we need here, or can we go?
Yes, I was hoping to talk to that elven diplomat.
Yeah, well, I don't think that this person here knows anything about diplomacy, so let's go find our little elf friends.
Let's.
All right. You guys are walking through the town looking for your elf friends when you hear a voice calling out to you.
Well,
What does it say?
wait, hold on. Are we a little worried that our buddy just scampered off? Does no one care?
Yeah, you're probably like looking for him. You're like, where the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, the 3 of us are together, right?
Yeah, and that's when you hear
through the market, and then
through the crowd.
Hello, are you the adventures of Yaka?
Holy Jesus.
Are you the adventures of Yaka that are trying to unite the island?
Well, it depends. Who are you and what do you have for us?
My name is Thorbjorn, and for long I have wanted the island to be one people under one city.
What does Thorburn look like?
He's think like a Skyrim Nord.
So big guy,
And-
human-like,
Yeah,
elf-like?
big guy, brown hair, human, pixelated. not pixelated.
Wait, is he naked?
No,
Oh.
no, he's just wearing like.
I didn't know that's what you meant by pixelated.
No, I just.
that'd be insane if he just walked up naked.
No, not wearing any like very light armor, like not actually any like. You can tell he's a barbarian.
Random guy comes up to us, wants to unite the islands. Well, Zai, what do we do with this guy?
Well, I can certainly appreciate that goal. Where do you hail from?
I am from the mainland, and I eventually managed to get like some wizard threw a spell on me, and then I suddenly appeared here, and I've just been living here for a few years now, and it's great. But,
wizard
you know,
just randomly teleported you? Were you a hamster in
Yeah,
your
it's-
past
it's a
life too,
long-
or what?
It's a long story, but now that I'm on this island, I would really like to. I think it would be better if we all work together, don't you?
Why? Zai's eyes perk up when he learns that he's been off the island. Why, yes, I believe we could use someone of your talents. I appraise him of what weapons he's carrying. What are you using?
Just an axe.
An axe. Okay. I couldn't care even if you were level 1. You're in.
No,
Wait, are we
hold
just
on.
accept any random
on,
people that
no.
Oh,
walk
you
up
guys
now?
have a dwarf! They're amazing! Look at him! I tug on his beard.
Wait,
Oh my God, you're gonna
that's-
get yourself. You're gonna get a
that's
hand
like,
cut off.
That's like a. Can you? Are you sure? Because I don't want. I don't want a PvP.
Okay, I say like, may I? And then like, stroke your beard.
Oh,
It's
oh,
magnificent.
Hold on here. Okay,
It's the most amazing beard I've ever seen.
Okay, fine. Slow down. Okay, first of all, Monk, what the fuck is level 1 mean? And you, what the fuck are you doing here? You're coming up here, you're fucking half naked, and you're saying you're going to come with us to do what now? No, I appreciate the beard. It does look very good. Thank you.
It's amazing. Did you
All right,
write
all right.
yourself?
Here.
Is it real?
Could you give us a moment here, and I'll lean towards those two
Who
to
the
kind of
fuck
huddle
is
in.
the guy?
Also, for future conversations, Bjork or Bjorn or whatever your name is, he likes it if you get down on your knees before you talk to him. He likes to be eye level, you know?
I understand. That makes sense. It must be difficult being that short.
All right, Zai, what?
Well, clearly we have to bring him in, right? He has valuable information of what the
Clearly, we have significantly different understandings about what the word clearly means. Why would we accept some random stranger that walks up to us and invites himself into our crew?
This man is from the place that I hope to go someday, off the island.
We don't even know if this place exists. There's places on this island. You could spend your entire lifetime on this island and still not explore every single cave. And you want to take this mystery man and sail off into the ocean and into what, the mouth of the Kraken, or to some faraway land that you don't even know exists?
Hey, if he's wrong, he's just gonna die to the wildlife.
And do you think that he'd be telling the truth just because he comes up to you and says, hey, I'm from the island, some Wazak teleported me over here. Okay, well, I could say anything too. Hey, I'm not actually a dwarf. I'm 2 fucking elves in a fucking suit. Who knows? You can't know it if you hear he says it.
Also, how many people
It's-
can we be running through the forest with here? 5 of us all together? We're going to be spotted in no time.
Does anyone
That's right.
fucking Amsterdam? by the
4
way?
is the limit on how many we should bring. You're right.
The
You're right.
Yaka tradition.
Exactly. But I really like this guy, and I'm not sure if he's on the level yet. But that's
You
how...
really like this guy. So what sold you on the guy? Was it the wizard that teleported him from the other end of
Yes,
the
it
world?
was
it
that.
the armor?
Yes.
Was it the horrific accent?
Look. How about this? We're going to spend a week here anyways, so we'll find out more about him over
Why
the
don't
week.
we put
See
him
if
on
he's real.
probation?
Exactly. We'll need a week to test him out.
Okay.
How about that?
Didn't you want to waste some more of our time with the elven fuckers on the other end of this town first? Should we head over there?
All right, maybe we can take
Yep.
him along and see how he does.
Yeah.
Okay. For now, so we break from the huddle. We've agreed to provisionally let you join us.
You're on probation.
That is amazing. Oh my god. And you guys have a pet dwarf? Like, it doesn't get better than this.
I wouldn't
First
say
of
he's
all,
a
that-
pet. I'd say he's
He's
more like
not
our
a pet.
slave or servant, maybe.
Oh, okay. That makes so much sense.
Well,
I can't react in character. I would just
Just
I just
do
go,
it.
Yeah, it's like it's like not it's not a thing. Yeah, let's go.
we're walking
Thank
to
you
the.
so much for having me. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, we're
All
walking,
right.
searching for the previous Stroud and also the diplomat.
Yeah, this town is not that big. You can search the town. You'll see the diplomat pretty quickly. He's over near the bridge, chatting with a group of humans. But try as you might, search as you will, the druid is not found. He is nowhere to be found. You spend the rest of the day looking for the druid, and the fuck is he? You would have to be intentionally hiding to be this hard to find.
Can we just? I might not remember. Wasn't there like a spot? Wasn't there like a bridge to cross that's being guarded? that has people that are like, yeah, wouldn't we go find them to talk?
Yeah, totally. We can go find them.
Yeah.
You are at the bridge. The diplomat is standing there talking to some other people. There's a couple of guards on the bridge.
Now hold on a minute. Do we not know where the hamster went?
And I imagine he'll show
We
up
don't,
soon,
but-
no?
One thing at a time. We have the rest of the week to search from. There's one thing I want to bring up to the elves here, and I want to run it by you all first. We should start a timeline on when we attack the Kraken. And I'm thinking that perhaps somewhere in a year or 2 years would be appropriate.
I don't even know where to begin to count the ways in which that statement was nonsensical. So firstly, there are so many different things that we need to bring in line. You're ambitious, I'll give you that, Monk. I mean, for a man that runs around and fights with his hands as weapons, I mean, you must be, right? Let's see if we can last 2 months without any of us dying before we plan on fighting what is arguably the largest creature that's ever existed.
Perhaps he wants a time limit because he's old. He's gonna die soon, so
Is that true, Monk?
only got a little bit of time left.
Monk,
That's a
if you
good
have a
one.
death wish, you can hop out on a boat and sail on your own. We'd gladly wave you offshore if that's what you
I had
wish.
to get one after the last one of the dwarf slave one and all that.
Well, that's a good one. I believe that giving the elves as much time to mobilize would be useful. So if they need plans 2 years in advance, then it would be good to get the process started.
I'm so curious, Monk. What is the rousing speech that you have prepared to ready the elves for a battle against the Kraken? Maybe you
It's
should
simple.
practice on us first.
It's simple. They wish for a return back to how life was 1,500 years ago. And 1,500 years ago, there was no Kraken.
Wow, that's a deductively powerful argument. I look forward to watching you make it. Perhaps our friend here, I'm sorry, Bork, what was your name?
That is not very nice. My name is Thorbjorn. Get it right?
All right, Dorky Van, maybe you and Zai over here can both make this argument to the elves. I'd love to watch this.
This is the most I've ever heard out of talk, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised. What a charming personality you have, as edgy as your arrows, and a
Oh.
bit of a sharp wit as too.
Can we just get through this zone of truth or whatever the hell and talk to whoever you want to do?
All right, great break. Zai takes that as approval of his speech, so we'll talk to the elves.
All right,
Yeah,
here you
best-
are. They're standing before you.
Going through that zone of truth, laddie. It may reveal you to be an asshole.
Yeah, step up to the diplomat.
He's finished up his conversation with the others and is now looking at you and is wearing decorative robes and says in a calm voice, "Why, hello there, friends. Peace be among you."
Hello, and peace among you, friend. I bring exciting news to you. And this
Yes?
news is we are now actively seeking to defeat the nemesis that plagues this entire island, the Kraken.
Oh, you're going to go do something with the Kraken?
Oh no! No! He's got a far better plan than that. Zai wants you
That's
to
right.
go and do something.
No, not
With the
not
Kraken.
that either. Please, my friend.
I've got a fucking couple of ideas of what you could do with that Kraken, let me tell you what.
My friends don't quite grasp the severity of this, but obviously we're not ready now. But we have set about motions and preparations in order to defeat this Kraken. Not today, not tomorrow, not in a week, not in a month, not even in a year, but in a few years, we hope to mobilize this entire continent, this entire island against the Kraken.
Well, your people are nothing if not ambitious. So, a couple years from now, you want to go kill the Kraken with all the people of the island.
That's right.
I wish you the best of luck.
What, can't you imagine the beauty of your finely clothed ships once again sailing into the ocean in a return of things centuries ago?
To have our ships be able to sail the seas again would be one of our greatest dreams.
and I share that dream. Wouldn't you be willing to contribute towards that dream?
If there was something we could do about it, we would have done it already.
I remember
But,
the last time we were here, you demonstrated a tremendous ability. You have very talented spellcasters, and I'm sure you have very talented fighters as well. Your help towards taking down this Kraken would be instrumental.
Well, what do you suggest that we do?
In a few years, when we're ready, we would like to join forces.
Yes, but what do you want us to do?
On
I mean,
some
join
ships.
forces is such a broad term.
Sure. I guess I'll be direct with the request. Send your able-bodied fighters and magic users on a campaign to destroy the Kraken with us in a few years.
I see. So you don't know where it lives and you don't have a plan of attack. This is more of a sometime down the road, let's all work together on this, right? This is an empty promise you're asking me to make?
This is a initial planning stage, yes.
Well, we would be very interested in the death or destruction or peaceful removal of the Kraken. And I don't know if our plans will work out together, but if that's something you can do... Well, let me ask you this. Once you've killed it, then what?
What?
Why kill it? What do you want? How would you benefit from such a creature's death?
Well, that is obvious. That will make it easier to travel to other places in the world without the boats being killed.
So you wish to bring foreigners here, not go somewhere else?
Both. We hope to establish communication with long-forgotten peoples. We wish much the same thing as your people, to once again have the freedom to roam this island.
You know, that's a very interesting idea. Not that the Kraken gets in the way of you roaming the island, but its general removal and restoration of intercontinental trade and diplomacy.
Precisely.
Well, when you have more information, we would love to hear about it. And you can put us down for a strong maybe. Like
Excellent.
a very
That's
strong
all-
maybe.
Excellent. That's all I had hoped to achieve.
Splendid.
Do you want to float any more plans by him, Zai, while we're here? Maybe your desire to build an air fortress, or maybe a piece of fruit that transports you between planes of existence?
Then we can go get those spiders.
Well, I know. I believe this Kraken was the only thing on the agenda.
No,
Hey,
what?
well, if you really wanted to kill the Kraken, why don't we just execute our most dangerous plan yet?
Oh,
What?
and what's that?
We could simply recruit him.
Wait. You should probably tell me. You should probably tell me another.
Nah, I think we can say it here in the open. Perhaps we should just recruit the Kraken into our party. Under your leadership, that thing would be dead in 2 or 3 months top, I think.
That's a good one. I take a bow towards the diplomat, and with that, I'll take your lead.
Oi, monk. What about the amulet? You gotta ask about it.
What about it?
What about it? It's your amulet. You told me about it.
Yes, when it's ready, it'll be ready.
You don't want to tell them about that, nothing of it. You just believe them.
Of course.
The elf gets like a sort of a dark look over his face when you start talking about the amulet, and he steps forward, kind of stepping in front of the dwarf a little bit, and puts a hand gently on Zai's shoulder and says, I didn't want to bring it up because I thought it might be too painful, but I wanted to offer my deepest sympathies on the loss of Minsk and Grub. I heard that we heard about it, and well, it's a shame when people close to us die.
Whiteheart looks surprised.
Now what's this here? Some kind of elven Sorcery? How could you know that?
Didn't he tell you?
No? Tell me what?
Well, it's not for me to get between two people of the same party working together. I'm sure the monk will tell you when he's ready.
Corn's eyebrows raise very, very, very far. Hey, Zai, is there something you want to tell us here?
I take a moment. Did you forget to send me private information, or did I forget?
I don't know. Maybe they're just assuming you know something that you don't. I kind of thought this was the elf looks around maybe
Yeah,
a
I
little
get it.
uncomfortable.
I'm afraid that I also didn't know.
The amulet, the one that was gifted to you
Yes,
for Bastion,
yes.
the one through which the elves and our nymph friends scry upon you and see what you're doing and listen to what you're talking about and see if you're worthy to take a nymph to Bastion? To see if your
Oh, I
cause is
see.
worthy?
We were not explained the exact process of how the amulet works, but now that you mention it, it makes so much sense.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? Have you heard the one of the elephant and the chicken then?
What about the elf and the chicken?
Ain't nothing. Hey, you know where we can get some ale around here? I've had a tough day listening to this fucking author who suddenly decided to be here all of a sudden, even though he hasn't talked for the last couple of weeks.
Come again?
Ale. Drink. Beer. Booze.
El Beard?
Some
Elbeard?
certainly you guys have some beverage that you must drink to tolerate each other's presence for long periods of time. Otherwise, this place would be in constant turmoil. Certainly you have some sort of drink that you consume to do that, to make your presence more tolerable to the other people on this little godforsaken city. Yes? That's what we call...
Diplomat meets your gaze and he says, "Why, of course. We drink from the nectar of friendship and joy."
You can drink from the nectar of these nuts. I'm done with these elves. I'm done with it. And he walks away.
Corin leaves too. Corin is done. Corin walks and follows the dwarf away.
The elf crackles to himself as you guys back off, knowing exactly how to trigger you. And leaving, I guess... oh god, I'm going to start butchering a new name now, aren't I?
Thorbjorn?
Thorbjorn and Zai.
Work as a Destiny.
Pork. Oh my god.
Zai, was there anything else you wanted to say to these folks?
No, that was it.
Thorbjorn, anything else you wanted to do here?
No?
Okay. So the party is going to practice with Thorbjorn, see if he's up to the task while taking a long rest, and also trying to find Eldwin, who, surprise, surprise, will not be found.
He's just gone.
But you've got a week. He literally, like, you guys arrived in town, started walking, and he just pieced out on you without even saying goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah, how does that make you feel, Dwarf?
Out of all the people in the party, Footheart knew him the least. He knows Zai the most because he credits Zai with like saving his life, and he kind of likes Corin because Corin has that kind of gruffness to him that Flint appreciates, even in a non-dwarf. So Eldwin he didn't know that well, so he's not particularly remiss.
Yeah, nice. What about you, Zai? How do you feel about this guy just piecing out on you?
It wasn't that big a surprise. He didn't ever seem really that connected, so it's a shame.
Alright.
But he didn't ever seem really that connected, so.
Corin, did he have even one friend in the party?
Corin's not even sure that guy ever existed, to be quite honest. And he's still not entirely sure if he ever existed. He came from a hamster into a person, transformed into random animals sometimes, and then fucked off as easily as he fucked on. So, yeah, Corin has no idea.
All right. Well, why don't we take our last break here? When we come back, we will begin our exploration in the direction of Mount Sky Shroud.
All right, sounds good. We're cutting to our last break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empires of Arcadia. It has been a week. Your old friend is gone. Your new friend is here.
Great. We spent the week basically assessing the new guy's abilities. Do we find out that he seems to be a very powerful barbarian?
Well, he is tanky as fuck. Do you want to talk about some of your stats to these people so you can describe yourself in combat to them?
Sure. Okay, so I have 77 life, which is the best number. And just like my stats is 18, 13, 16, 7 int, 11, 13, and just pretty much Mints 2.0 followers.
Steve, did you change it over?
Oh shit. Whoops. No.
That was your one job.
You didn't. No one reminded me. Hold on.
True. I just did.
Okay, very impressive. When we're done, we're finishing up with the long rest. I huddle up with the group and say, "All right, do you trust this new recruit enough to hand over this magic axe that was Minsk's before?"
Let me ask him one question.
What?
Okay. I've been carrying this axe that been heavy as fuck, so I don't mind giving it over, but I have two questions, okay? Number one, how do we know you're not gonna run away like the other guy, who we haven't seen in a week, and it seems to be gone now?
Well, I don't know anything about your previous friend. I don't know, like, sometimes you just get the vibe of people if they want to stay with the party or what, but I really want to unite this island, and this, like, old dude that's leading you, he seems to, like, want to unite everybody, and that's, like, a really nice mission. I really appreciate that. So, I honestly, I'll just have to prove my worth over the time.
Okay, good enough for me.
And like, you guys have a dwarf? They're so amazing. I didn't even know they were real.
Question number two. No touching the beard. I take the question.
That's not the question.
That's right. Do you agree or disagree? How bad do you want the axe?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a very nice axe. It's the nicest axe I've ever seen.
Then it's decided. You take care of it.
And Flintheart takes it off his back with two hands and hands it over.
The axe, not the beard, right?
He takes the beard off. Yeah. Yeah. Takes the axe off and hands it to
Yeah, I solemnly say,
Torn.
this axe is a magical one, so we will see if it bonds with you. You will have to prove yourself worthy to the axe.
Can you put it in my sheet?
Yeah, and it's a D16 axe, right?
Yeah.
Did it have like a special ability, or was that a special ability?
Yes, it's Warple.
I don't believe you.
Doesn't it summon Baba the Yaga's huts?
The fuck is
It's just Baba Yaga. It's not Baba the Yaga, right? It's a name. That's like saying Devin the Nash.
Doesn't it summon Devin the Nash's huts? Devin the Nash would be super sweet.
Can summon Devin the Nash's nuts.
By the end of this campaign, I want a hut. It's got to be on It's got to be on a loot table somewhere. That if
All
you
right.
roll like at 100, you're gonna get it.
Okay. I'll tell you when you find your hut.
All right.
The party together. Before we actually set out, we need to talk with Thorbjorn here. Because,
Hello?
like, this dude shows up out of nowhere and he's like, yes, I'll help you unite the islands together. So, first off, isn't this a little suspicious?
You know, I'm surprised as well.
I'm not talking to you right now. The rest of the party, isn't this guy fucking suspicious as all hell, showing up out of the middle of nowhere, wanting to join your party to go unify the island? What are your
over the last week?
what's the-
I'm gonna ask a few questions. So, how long ago did you arrive on this island?
It must have been over 2 years ago.
And where did you hear about our quest?
Oh, everybody's been talking about it. It's been in like every village. I've been walking around the place and, you know, trying to help out. And I was in Yaka and I heard that, oh, you're putting me very on the spot here. I'm very nervous. This is like such an opportunity because I've heard so much about you and you guys are like my heroes. You want to unite the island.
How do you
And,
travel all around this island on your own? No escort, no company. These forests
Well,
are
I'm
quite
very
dangerous.
strong. I'm just not very smart, and then just dumb luck, I guess. But I heard all about like the broody one, like that guy. He points at Corin, and like he's really cool. Like it's nice. I'm a big fan. It's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, hopefully in 2 weeks I can say the same. I guess we'll see how you pan out, eh?
Yep. Let's wish you long life, and as Corin will no doubt joke, your life expectancy is not very high here.
What do you mean? Oh, I know because of what happened with I heard about Minsk and Grub. That is very sad.
Let's just put it this way, okay? If we come across another map, point out a spot you want named after you, and maybe we can do something about it after you're dead, alright?
Oh, don't worry about me. I will never die.
Yeah? Never.
Never.
It's a bold claim.
That's
I'm
the
a bold
spirit.
person.
I certainly do not wish any more of my friends to die while I am around.
So, let's do some quick conspiracy theories here. Either during the party's huddle or during one of these times where Thorbjorn's away getting everyone drinks. What is the absolute worst case scenario of him joining the party? Like, what's the alt-right conspiracy theory about Thorbjorn?
I mean, the worst case stuff, or at least for Korn, wouldn't really be fathomable. It'd be like espionage-related stuff, but I don't know if villages on this island have even thought about, like, what would it be like to stick a spy in a city to disrupt long-term missions or something? I'm not sure if...
Yeah, the worst I can think of is
Yeah.
he's some sort of confidence man who knows we have an axe, so he's just trying to steal a magic axe.
Maybe he's just a nice guy that wants to unite the entire island.
It's
It's a
possible.
conspiracy theory.
But we should first talk about the possibilities of all of the things that could go wrong before we engage with the possibilities of all the things that go right.
He could be a lich.
I was about to ask Devin that very question. Devin, do you think he's a lich?
I think he's quite Foot thinks he's possibly he doesn't believe the wizard story. Foot knows that wizards can do amazing things. He's recently seen them part the water. At least he attributes magic to that because he doesn't understand how tides work because he watched too much Bill O'Reilly. So he doesn't understand that. But he definitely doesn't believe that like somebody teleported to the island. That seems very strange, but he trusts Zai because of the blood bond to save his life. So if Zai says give him the axe, Flint's tired of carrying that shit anyway.
Okay. There's let's see. You had mentioned conspiracy or a concern, far-fetched one maybe, that he's here to spy on you. Who might possibly want to spy on you? Do you have any enemies?
Not that we can think of. I mean, like, there have been, like, orcs and goblins and stuff that have hated us, but nobody organized enough to do that. Unless
Right,
there's
he
another
doesn't seem like he'd
faction
be
on the
allied
island
with
that's trying to,
orcs.
like, ally villages together, but I don't think we're aware of that at the moment.
Yeah, you haven't heard about any of that. Is it fathomable that people might have heard about what's going on and you might actually just have a volunteer? Is that a reasonable thing that could happen?
It's possible, but it's so super unbelievably unlikely that he would run into us in that particular city and then actually find us in that city, like, of all the traveling we've been doing around. It's amazingly unlikely.
I think the dwarf needs to see him of how he actually reacts in real danger. Like if there's a big fight, does he rush in? Does he help us? Does he back us up? Or does he run?
If we were doing it for real, the best thing to do would actually be to go to Yaka and see what kind of life he's lived there. He mentioned he spent some time there, but go find out like where he's lived and then ask people around there if they know anything about him.
Very true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super smart.
It's a good way of doing it. Okay. You all satisfied with him then? Satisfied that he's just like an eccentric friend?
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And now where is the party going to go?
I think where we needed to go is someplace south. There was, I don't remember the map completely, but I know that to the south of us, there's a mountain range with a bamboo forest, and on the offshoot of that bamboo forest, there was the entrance to the cave we were looking for that gets us to the mountain range. And I think there's also...
generally south-southeast.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to Ember's Keep, right?
Yeah.
We also learned in this village that in that same bamboo forest, I think it was the same one the dwarf guy described to us, there also lives a young adult dragon, I believe. That was shared with us in that same forest, so we need to be extra careful when we go there.
Okay. Well, then it seems like you're all fairly satisfied with this. Let's head out. Can I get the first movement roll from our newest player character? And roll as we talked about beforehand.
Lucky
That is
7.
not what we talked about. Go ahead and
Wait.
move yourself 2 squares.
What?
It's high-level jokes. It's fine.
Oh.
Wait, was it only for him, or were we all supposed to get that?
Just move yourself.
Wait,
They're
what
all
was the
pan out.
joke? I want to know now.
Oh, I hate this game
Fine.
outside. Where do I want to move?
Southwest, southeast.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. And Flintheart, give me another d20. 2, and move yourself.
Where are we going?
Scoot your boot.
South. Follow the river.
Southwest and then southeast. Southwest.
Wasn't that southwest?
Yes, it's
Did it?
southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, southwest, southwest.
All right.
Roll 2. All right, and Corin, give me another movement roll.
15.
And go ahead and move yourself.
We go southeast and then southwest.
I think this one's east.
Okay.
I think this one's an important decision.
Good luck.
I can't quite remember if it was east or southwest from here.
Oh, we'll find out. I think east, but it might be southwest.
Wow. Zai.
I'm actually, at this one, I really wanted to go southwest. We probably should have had a discussion here. Southwest? Is that alright, said?
Wait, I just
well, I
went
think you
east.
started to. Yeah, you guys started to move along that forest. And now you're like, actually, maybe we're going the wrong way. So go
Okay.
ahead and take your movement
fine.
roll, and we'll just do a day of backtracking. This
Okay.
helps simulate the realities of traveling through a jungle when you're not entirely sure.
So I'll have my discussion now. I think we need to go southwest along the corridor and then southeast. I think the way east from here leads to a lake.
But I don't remember, so
Yeah.
I'm trusting you.
None of us here feel strongly enough to disagree with you, so take us
All
through.
right, I'll walk us west southwest.
Okay. Excellent. And Thorbjorn. All right, and give us a couple days of a couple hexes of movement.
Where did you want to say?
Southwest, southeast. Southwest, southwest. No, not there.
Nope, not in the mountains. There we go. Excellent. Today is an unfortunate day. You guys seem to have wandered through some sort of poison oak or poison ivy or some sort of bush that like irritates the skin when the poison, when the oils get on you. I would like everybody in the party to make me a Constitution saving throw. The dwarf in heavy armor can make it with advantage. The barbarian in basically no clothing at all will have to make it at disadvantage.
Shouldn't Flint make that like not make the roll because he's in plate mail?
Nah, but you could have gotten it on your hands and then rubbed it on your face.
Wearing gloves, my man.
Yeah, if it gets
17.
on the gloves, and then if you scratch your face with the gloves,
With a helmet on?
does your face ever itch? Of course. You scratch
No.
your face through the helmet.
Like-
I've gotten some pretty bad poison oak in my life, man. It gets on your hands, it gets everywhere.
All right.
The worst case is you get it on your hands and you go to take a leak and it gets all over your junk. Oh my god. Stay away from that shit.
Second argument. Flintheart is immune to disease.
I think that's a tunnel dwarf thing? Or
No, that's a paladin ability. He's
Oh,
just
is that a
straight up
paladin?
immune. Yeah.
Well, then I suppose you can't be diseased.
Mm-hmm.
It's not immune to illness, right? It's immune. See, this is where it gets weird because a broken arm is a disease, right? It's just not a communicable disease.
I thought disease
it's not a
means like
communicable disease.
bacteria and virus is what I would imagine disease is.
Right. So if we're talking bacterial and viral, are we also talking chemical?
I think that poison oak is considered a disease. Yeah, I think so. It's divine energy that protects you from disease.
The only reason I would say no is like, so in another campaign I have a periaptive health that protects me from disease, but like if a snake bit me with poison or venom, that wouldn't like protect me from the snake venom, I don't think,
Yeah,
right?
because poison is a separate thing in D&D. So if you consider oak a poison, I know it's called poison oak, but is it really poison? Or is it
It's a chemical burn.
more of a chemical?
basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a, you get this thing on you that irritates your skin to the point that your skin like.
I think it's a
muscles and
disease,
pops.
but that's me.
Okay.
You're the DM. You decide.
Let's see, an abnormal condition of a part, organ, or system of an organism resulting from various causes, infection, inflammation, environmental factors, genetic defect, characterized by an identifiable group of signs. Yeah, it's a disease. Close enough. You're immune to this shit, so you don't have to worry about it.
Are you born a paladin or can you become a paladin?
I think you always become a paladin.
Wait, if somebody in this world was born with like Down syndrome and they became a paladin, would their like genes get fixed? Does that fix that?
Just certainly not.
Okay, well that's a disease. I'm just saying, or some would consider.
Well,
it
we're definitely, that seems to be the exception to the rule.
okay. Just check
It will not affect genetic diseases.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But it looks like Corin rolls poorly. Yeah. You have a bad rash that causes severe irritation. You will have wisdom and charisma be effectively halved because you are just like scratching at things all the time and having a hard time paying attention to anything. This will continue until you pass a saving throw. You can make checks at the end of every day until it goes away.
Did he still fail with a 12?
I failed with an 8.
Yes, the DC was 13.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Next person for moving is going to be Flintheart.
Do I make the save at the beginning or the end of the day?
End of the day. So you made this first one at the end of the first day.
Gotcha.
Flintheart will move to
Where are we going?
Southwest?
I mean, it's west-southwest.
Are we going to Yaka?
We're going somewhere.
That wasn't my plan, but we're so close now.
Mm-hmm. End of the day. Give me that save. Near to the dwarf.
I'm gonna get better now.
All you need is a 9. Yeah, you're good. It's fine. Not a big deal. And the next days of movement goes to Corin.
All right, when we enter this bamboo,
Yeah?
this is like so close to Yaka that I know where we are, and I say I think we went the wrong way. But we're so close to Yaka, this would be a good time to visit Yaka.
What do we need to visit for? You're wasting another 2 weeks of travel. You were so time conscientious before, Monk. What changed?
Well, we are just 3 days away from Yaka.
Yeah.
From Yaka,
so
we can
that's-
take this river down to other city, and then go
Uma.
eastward. We can take the river down from Yaka to Yuma, and then go to Embers from there.
All right, if you insist. So I'm moving south once and then south again.
Yeah, and then this is bamboo, so we can go one more.
You'll be able to do a third. Yep.
In fact, I don't think we've ever been here as we wander into this area, but I believe these used to be the ancient ruins of a place called Hearthhome.
Yes, you are walking amongst the ruins of a great city. A tower falls broken against a mountainside, sort of collapsed, and part of it's still going up. The rest of it is going horizontally. There's a large wall here that's overgrown. You only really realize it at the top, but then if you kick around at the bushes, you can see that there's like vines that have grown up, kind of causing a ramp, but it's actually just like a huge pile of brush. There are all sorts of things here. Most of it is just, ruined stone that you can't see, but every now and then there's like half of a domed building somewhere over here, or a structure carved into the face of the mountain a few feet away, or a few miles away that you can see. But not like, how do you want to say? Like it was carved into the earth and then the earth turned up. And so now what was once the floor is the side of the mountain, but it's also been like crumbled and broken. But you can see that there was probably like a beautiful stone floor in a temple with a different colored, mosaic pictures across it that has been crumbled and turned. And now it's part of the wall here.
Okay.
Would you guys like to do anything in Hearthhome in particular, Zai?
I feel like just as we were wandering through the ruins, like this is a really ancient ruin, it's probably been picked over, but if my eyes catch anything that might not have been picked over, I'll point it out.
Yeah, why don't you give me an investigation check while you look for clues? That stuff on the mountain's probably the hardest to get to. That floor with the mosaic tiles. Because up the mountain. So if anything hasn't been gotten to, it's probably that, unless something's just like really, really well hidden and you haven't found it yet. But of the obvious stuff, that's the most difficult thing.
Sure.
So it might be green.
We are staying to rest in this tile, but as we rest, I'm going to point out those elves told us that it's the places near the mountain which had unusual, which were more dangerous to get to. So maybe it wasn't picked over. If you want to, we could check it out.
Yeah, I'm okay for a bit of a hike if you want to go up there and take a look, yeah?
Sounds good to me.
Yes, that sounds awesome.
All right.
Okay, we'll do that in the morning.
You guys can rest for the night. The saving throws have been passed. So come morning, you guys make your way towards the north side of the valley, finding this mosaic pattern sprawled across the rocks. You've had plenty of time to look at it now. Can I get investigation checks from the whole party to see if you could tell what the mosaic once was of? Zai, you can re-roll yours as well. 13, 14, 5, 7. All right. Well, that's pretty tough. You can't really make out what it was, but whatever this thing used to be had lots of like blues and silvers and reds in it. And
Is this made of stone?
yeah, it
can
looks like it was once the floor of a large temple or palace or some sort of structure that had a big picture carved or made by the mosaic tiles. And then as the storms came and the mountains rose, what was once the floor got shifted up and became the mountain wall, but it didn't like come nice and evenly. So now it's broken all over the place, missing parts. But within this mosaic is clearly what would have been a down staircase had it been on the floor, but now it's like in the wall. It's maybe 350, 400 feet up. You guys ready to do some mountain climbing?
Yeah.
And then go into a dungeon, for the lack of a better descriptor?
I'm okay with it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't we end our session here? When we come back next week, we will explore the Dungeon of the Mountains. And we'll see some new stuff.
Sounds good. You want to do outros?
Yeah.
I know it's a lich.
It's so a lich.
I knew it.
I mean, it's going to be a lich now. I haven't planned the dungeon yet. It's what we're doing this week.
We'll go from top left and follow it around. Devin, where can people find your stuff?
Hi, I'm Devin Nash. I exist on twitch.tv/Devin Nash and youtube.com/Devin Nash. I do industry meta commentary and interviews with people. Thank you for coming to the show. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy our characters.
All right. Zizaran, from an out-of-character perspective, what happened?
Oh, I just fucking hated Druid, dude. I didn't want to play Druid anymore. I was like, this is so fucking boring. And I'd been like really planning out and getting into Barbarian, and I just really enjoyed it. So I was like, you know what? Koibu, can I reroll? And he was like, yeah, sure, you can reroll. I was like, okay, sweet, I'm rerolling. And I messaged him on Discord, like, should I just turn into a hamster and run? He's like, go for it, dude. Just get it away. But yeah, my name is Zizaran. I usually play Path of Exile, and yeah, do D&D as well.
Excitedly, privately, he's revealed to me he's becoming a full-time Kenshi warrior off stream.
That's true. That's true.
It was a really fun game. I'll look forward to you streaming your defeating the cyborg dude in the bottom right part of the map. If you can do it one day, okay? It's the hardest boss in the game. Koibu, in the middle. When's your next campaign?
Why, it's of Dice and Men, as it always is, on Tuesday, tomorrow. And we'll be doing Dice with Death on Friday, and hopefully moving Dice with Death to a Friday time slot instead of a Wednesday time slot.
Cool. And then Trump?
Cool. Doing the usual stream thing. Hearthstone and other odds and ends. Trump SC.
Sounds cool. And I'm Destiny. I do a lot of stuff, and check me out on my stream. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with Of Dice and Men. We should probably rename it for season 2, I guess, because it doesn't really make sense anymore. Because we're not like the agency or anything, but we'll talk about that, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. You can check everybody out on wherever they just said. And yeah. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks. Thank you.
Which anime was that, Lily?
Goblin Slayer.
Wow, what did they do in that one?
Wait, yeah, what they do in that one?
Tell us about Goblin.
Yeah.